Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo, and I forgot. I would like to apologize for forgetting. Came this close to starting the stream without my headset. But obviously I'm wearing it. I remembered at the last second. It's the story of my life, always remembering things at the last second. Something that I did not have to remember because I was pulled into a thread, but today, I don't think he's going to be here today because it's his birthday. Maker Viking is celebrating a birthday, and Maker Viking has popped in here a few times over. So I was invited to print a Maker Viking, it's a Wexter model. Funny thing is, I started watching the Vikings show on Netflix. It's okay. We'll see where it goes. I'm not totally enthralled, but yeah, if he does pop in tonight, I'll say, hey, Maker Viking. Now, the cool thing about this this model is that, we may not have a lot of Viking stuff around here, but I've, taken to bringing my, some of the prints that I've done to a coffee shop, which I really don't get coffee from now. But they get a kick out of them. Like, here you go. Put it up. I'm not here to get anything. Just here, put it up here. They have it there. And so it'll be potentially upcycled so that other people can enjoy it. Wednesday is going well. I feel like I got everything done that I wanted to get done, which is fine. Got an interesting thing. Also know you had a ton of issues with S22 Ultra. How's the Tab S8? It's been fine. I say fine because I don't know if the issues I'm having with it are the limitations of Android or the hardware, and I'm starting to believe it's a problem with Android more than anything. It's working, but some of the use cases that I'm using it for aren't working as well as I'd like them to work. And I'm running into hurdles. I am printing a classic Darth Vader figure. Classic in the sense it's the older model from Play Action Toys. I tried I did the other one, the new model, but there were some anomalies that I wasn't really happy with, and I'm waiting to get some feedback from him before I print it again. But just in case I move on from this filament, at least I wanted to get a Darth Vader in this highlight yellow. I may be doing duplicates of some items as well because I've got to work on another gift box. For somebody who sent Jedi an amazing gift. So I'm going to be potentially printing more than one thing. So let me go ahead and welcome everybody in. Hopefully we'll see Maker Viking. On your birthday, would you really want to be here? I don't know. Maybe you would. Edward Ferguson, good to see you. Saldu Pop, under declaration of the war against 3D printed Star Wars goods, I impose a PLA sanction. Well, I don't know what that means at all, but I have plenty of PLA to carry me through this so-called war, these so-called sanctions. Maybe see. Oh, hey, Loreburn, thank you.
Loreburn just resubscribed for 5 months.
Cheers, thank you very much, especially the Prime subscription. Prime subscriptions help me a great deal, so thank you for using your Prime subscription on me. And if it's not with me, then hopefully it's with somebody else. Maybe see, always a good feeling to accomplish the wish list. Wish to finish. Wish mine was all crossed off. Maybe see, I had a lot of small tasks today, and I pounded through them. And just when I thought I was done, another one cropped up. I didn't have a lot of time to process. I did, however, finally get through and escalated customer support with Samsung. I'm satisfied enough with the outcome, the results. I'll be getting a new one, and I'll be sending the old one back when I get the new one. Now, that said, there were some suggestions that were made, and I don't know if it's become a software problem or a hardware problem, but one other person at least is caught up in the crossfire. I had an error message that popped up that said, warning camera failure, right? And then, of course, this nonsense with the yellow screen. And someone else on Twitter suggested a few other things. My concern is that it popped up in the first place. So I'm going to get it replaced. I'm absolutely going to get it replaced. Because I don't want, even if it's a hardware, even if it's a software issue. I don't want to run the risk of running into it, even if I'm able to solve a problem temporarily. someone else isn't solving the problem, even after factory resets, and I just don't want that headache this coming year, for sure. Hello, not no good. Zero Cool says, are you finding it too big? Not really. I think it's a great size for what I usually use it for. My limitations, the limitations that I'm running into are, for some reason, it can't, like, conferencing apps are hit or miss, which is sad. Teams either has audio problems or video problems. I can even try it in the web browser. It's either it's an audio or it's a video problem. If I do it in the regular app, it's an audio problem. And I'm like stuck. So I have to choose the lesser of two problems. That seems to be my life these days. Lesser of two problems. Hello, Stone Monkey Research. Good to see you. Oh, crap. I forgot to check. No one reminded me that I didn't change the time.
Joshua_XP_cheered X100. Today in Star Wars history in 2004, the comic book Star Wars Empire #1 was published. Also in 2013, the 5th season of Star Wars, The Clone Wars began airing.
Then it's a good day. Pez Liz has also had one of those Wednesdays. RC Maniac, it's now for dinner. Nice. MayBC notes, but how much of your soul did Samsung take through that? You know, that's the thing. MayBC, even if I was able to solve the problem, right? Even if we were able to troubleshoot everything, like the fact that it came up, the fact that someone else has had the same type of problem and has gone through physical resets and time, and like it's horrible. Like if I end up getting the same problem down the line, my concern is having to go through customer service again. Like for these issues that just seem trivial. Like I've got a problem, send me a replacement, I'll send this one back. But that's not the norm with Samsung. Samsung is send it back and then order a replacement. I'm like, well, but I already ordered it. But how that's not the norm is beyond me. It's absolutely, to me, it's asinine. Mrs. Not No Good, hello. How are you? Thank you for bringing in the hubby.
Breaking Goes 96 cheered X100.
Thank you so much, Breaking Oz, for the cheer, and Joshua XP for those cheers. Very appreciated. Kicking off a hype train. Good to see you as well, Dark Toy Lord. I have something today. I have a few things today. I mean, you could do another giveaway. Yeah, I don't know how much else I have to give away around here, at least with any degree of ease. Hello, Darth Gallum. Thank you for the cheer.
Darth Gallum cheered X100. Hello there.
So I'm gonna continue to potentially print with this, although I had a clogged nozzle. So it's possible that this ran hot. So I've got it at a lower temperature right now, and hopefully we'll not get a clog. I had a clog going on earlier with this filament. I think it was running way too hot. So Dark Toy Lord, hang on. Speaking of way too hot, I know Loyal's also streaming, but Loyal sent me butane torch. I don't even know where the hell I'm supposed to get butane. Does anybody know where the hell I'm supposed to get butane? Where does one get butane? At the butane store? Is that where it's at? I don't know if Kurt's here. I'll ask before pulling up something for Dark Toy Lord to show him. But this is the butane comes from smoke shops, camping, and cooking. Google, you get butane from Google. Well, I wonder if I can just stop by one of the outdoor stores. I think I need to actually put the butane in. And this is what I'm going to use to like melt the filament. You wish Butane 45 was here? Is that someone's handle? Butane 45, May? I don't know. Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. Well, we don't have a good Walmart. By the way, shout out to Declarations. Thank you. REI. That's what I was thinking, is just going to REI, potentially Home Depot. We have that. And a Lowe's around here close. Butane 45 is a follower of yours. Nice. Banana King also says you should be able to find it at Walmart, certain gas stations. I figured it would be, relatively simple. I'd assume it's like a standard type of cartridge for this. Because this is Loyal suggested it for a reason. And I don't know if it would be hotter than a light, less hot, cleaner than a lighter. I don't know exactly why he made this suggestion. But hopefully I will not burn anything down apart from PLA. So anyway, Dark Toy Lord, as we are sitting here halfway through a level 1 hype train, welcome. Thank you, Breaking Oz. I got the AT-AT driver packet.
Breaking Goes 96 shared X100.
So I got the box. It came, well, the figures are inside, but I got this. This is the one. Hey, Liz, thank you so much for the cheer. And Capturing Moments Sickle, thank you. Y'all are helping us get past the station. We get out of the station, I'll bring in Puppet Perillo. Plosions.
Capturing Moments shared X100.
But anyway, the only reason I might have skipped this. The only reason I want 2 of these.
Not good shared X100.
Thank you, Not No Good. I don't know if I have a chef store. But check this out. A first order AT-AT driver. So excited. Breaking Oz, thank you so much.
96 shared X300.
There is a mouse droid. Not the first time we've seen a Black Series mouse droid. But the first time we've seen a first order AT-AT driver. So I'm very excited for that. Incredibly excited. I'm also excited to say we got about a minute left to go on this level 1 hype train. 100%. Thank you, Kenny is cool.
Shared X100.
You sent us over the top, and also Kenny is cool. Thank you so much for popping over to Discord and following over there. And for whatever it's worth, you now can print.
Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? Now there you go. There he go. There he go. There he go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now break it down and freeze. Now take it down to your knees. Now lean back and freeze. Now go back up and freeze.
Now speaking of freeze, you can now download and print Chris Perillo Frozen in Carbonite. You can download Chris Perillo in Carbonite. You can download and print. You can download me. It won't do you a lot of good. But you can actually 3D print me in Carbonite. Right there. There's the link. Declarations. You can have your very own Chris Perillo Frozen in Carbonite. Just bang Frozen or bang Carbonite in chat. Declarations. That's what it takes. Now, as a reminder to everybody here, you now have to buy a 3D printer. That's the reason. Get a Chris Perillo in Carbonite. Get them, collect them, trade them with your friends. Friday, we are doing a giveaway. Did we? Oh, we are in a level 2. I got to get Puppet Perillo before I do. Yes, it is good. It's actually probably worth more than I thought it was. We're giving away Star Wars The Old Republic Collector's Edition, Studio Edition on Friday. I also have to make sure I have the game set up because I'm going to try playing it. And this is what we're going to give away on Friday. Giving it away on Friday. Got a lot of giveaways going around here. So let me grab Puppet Perillo and be back in a moment. Move everything that might spill out of the way. Let's keep that hype train going. Shall we? Thank you so much for your support. Oh! Flannel has to get put on here. Yes, happy hump day, Ninjak. Yes, as soon as I pay off the credit card from buying VR stuff. Oh, VR? What? No, if you're going to do 3D, get a 3D printer. You need a 3D printer. Everyone's 3D printing. Everybody. Okay, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are. And so you can too. Yep. No. Maker Fun 3D. 3D printing for the win. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Get a 3D printer so you can print a baseball bat. I have a Darth Vader baseball bat over there. Just out of view. Oh! Ah! Cramp! Ugh. Dark Toy Lord says, as soon as I finally did my first 3D print, my printer has not stopped printing. Sorry. I get I get gassy when I get very gassy when the Deep Laker shows up. Yes, Liz, you do need to print a Darth Vader cat helmet. How have I not found you before now? What? You didn't? Well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Welcome to the community. Seriously. Because I'm very happy to have people to chat with every night. You can commiserate with me. Learn about the things that I might have done for the day. New pickups. I haven't even finished showing you everything. Oh, Darth Vader's done. We'll get him assembled here in a sec. Jofo, well, no, you're our wonderful friend. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. The link doesn't work. Wait, what link? That should work. Yes, there is a Discord. That's a link to the Discord. 25 seconds left to go. We're at 37% on this hype train. Not sure we're going to make it. Cramp. Oh, Dark Toy Lord said it worked. Dark Toy Lord, are you going to print out a Chris Pirillo in Carbonite? If you print a 3D printed Chris Pirillo in Carbonite, you have to tag me and Bugman on Twitter. You gotta. Am I a character from Fraggle Rock? That's funny. No. Oh, it's getting warm in here, though. Oh, it's getting too warm. What is the best entry-level 3D printer? So it depends. And someone just said that who said their focus showed up? I'm sorry, I missed shouting out that chat. Someone said their focus. Yeah, cramp. You have no Quaxo. I get cramps when I wear flannel. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Someone got a focus. So congratulations for getting the focus. That's entry level in terms of price. Oh, there you go, Forever United. That's awesome. Hey, thank you so much, A-Haze, for resubbing.
Ahaze31 just resubscribed for 10 months.
Ahaze.
Baby we.
Not just Ahaze, the Ahaze. Friends with Anne Amelmahay. They vibrated over there. Oh, Real Perillo. That's right. Sorry, Muppet Perillo is here briefly for the Hype Train Nerdy Curious. Glad we got a shout out for you. Thank you for coming back. Yes, good night to Little Toy Lad. Indeed, Dark Toy Lord. Doesn't pop up for me some reason. Shows a blank page. Doesn't connect me to the actual Discord. Really? Banana King, it should just like go directly to it. I mean, I tested the link myself and it seemed to work. Another thing I got was and I guess I'll have to take screen grabs because I don't think Kurt's here. The snow globe, the Baby Yoda snow globe. This is the not broken one. This came in. I'd say it's going well, or relatively well. I may have finally moved past my troubles with Samsung customer service after having escalated to try to. I did everything I should have done, and knowing full well that other people out there had similar issues to me. This is by the way, this is the Death Trooper that I printed. This is the one I think I did it last night. Yeah, the Death Trooper. And then this is gonna be a little more awkward here. Let me do this. I'm grabbing screenshots for Discord so that if people who have missed it can get an idea of what they missed. Plus, sometimes I will tweet out some of the items that were featured here in the screen grabs. We get it straight. So this is, there we go. Kind of awkward awkward holding for the box, but there we go. That's about as good as it gets. Try it again. See if I can get less of a glare. There we go. One moment. Thank you for your patience. Those are the new pickups. Now we're going to start assembling that Darth Vader. Okay, give me a moment. Let me flip back here. Actually, we're going to go to this view. Uh-oh. See, I knew it was going to happen. What? Oh, come on. Dude, don't tell me. Why does it do this? it does this weird rotate, like, why does it do that rotation thing? I can't get it to rotate properly. It just, because otherwise I can't do the I didn't even think of checking this earlier. Otherwise I can't do the close-up camera as easily. I'll have to rearrange. If this doesn't work, I'll have to rearrange the other camera. Pardon me. This is just badly. There we go. Is that? No, God, it still wants to. It's bizarre why it's doing this constantly. I gotta take a screen grab of this. I'm gonna file a tech support bug because that's a problem. At least it's yellow, so the Samsung issue won't show up. Oh, Dandrak, you. But like I said, even after going through all that and troubleshooting, that someone else, the bigger problem was I got an error message, and so did this guy who has also been having the selfie camera problem. It said, camera warning, camera error, camera like something. And I'm like, that's not good. That's not what you want. It's not what you want to see. And he got the same thing. And now he can't even use his selfie camera without restarting the device or resetting the device. So my concern is, even if I reset it again and it works, like, am I going to run into that issue at some point? So does it fix itself by doing one or two things, but does it come back? You know, that's my concern with the device. So I'd rather get it replaced now. There's your blue and yellow. Thank you for the posture check, May. Now, let me get... I want to get that tilted Vader started. I want to get it started because this is going to be a long print. Okay. And then I'll assemble the new Vader. Well, the old Vader. The Vader I just printed, that is. Might be out of calibration and shuts off. Dandrak, it's hard to say. Like, because the other person has had similar yellow issue, reset, yellow, and it's yellow issue, and then he gets the same camera error I got. It's nerve-wracking is what it is, especially for a new device. I just don't want to get caught. Oh, if I fixed it, oh great, well I'm fine. I'm like, no, the fact that I ran into it in the first place, within the first 14 days, I want a replacement. Because that is one hell of an anomaly. It may be out of calibration, but all the more reason why I believe it's a hardware combined with a software issue. Forever United says to Liz, I appreciate you sharing your info and experience with the Focus. Help me when choosing what to purchase to help share the experience with my children. Well, there you go, dude. That's kind of what it's all about. I'm going to move the close-up camera here, and then we're going to flip views, if you don't mind. There we go. Now, hopefully that worked. If not, we can always readjust. Let's do this. There we go. Just getting my view. Gonna assemble a Vader. I'm not thrilled with I still see some amount of layer lines. I mean, it's fine. And this is at a 0.15, I want to say. So we're going to find out. I don't even know if I can readjust that. Give me a moment. Going to move the mic. It's my self-rating? Well, there you go. I'm glad it's a one-person raid. You know, I will take one-person raids. I will take them. I welcome the one-person raids. Thank you very much. Thank you. Schumann? Did I get that right? If I mess up any of your handles, please, correct me, but please be patient. Thank you. I appreciate it. Friendly reminder, be kind to the mods. Correct, be kind to the mods. This is true. It's Sith Lord Brit. Sith Lord Brit. And I know she probably got a auto shout out, but... Oh, wait a minute. Did it not work? Do I have that off? Oh, that's what it is. Hang on. What there was what was the audio trigger? There was an audio trigger for her what was the audio trigger? Now I can't remember.
We have
That's
a
it.
Brit.
There we go.
The Sith Lord Brit has requested your presence
I
immediately.
knew it was something like that.
Sincerely, Sith Lord Brit the Third.
There you go. That's something she wanted a copy of that in her or for her own channel. I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to put this together. Sorry that my head is leaned in. It's impossible to get like the perfect shot for everything here. But I hope everybody else's Wednesday was productive, or just as productive. Like I said, the big thing for me was moving forward on feeling like I was taken care of with Samsung. It's the fact that I had to escalate everything, though, that's mildly frustrating. So I do have a replacement on order now of the Galaxy Ultra. The S22 Ultra. It probably will not arrive until the end of the month, but the thing is, I get to keep using my current device. It won't be fun to set things up again. It never is. It's a little frustrating every time I got to do it, but it's got to be done. Because I'd rather know that this is what I'm living with for a year, and I don't want to have that threat of every time I open up a selfie camera, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Am I going to get that camera error again? What's going to happen? So I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully this is the best shot I can possibly get for y'all right now. Hannah says, wouldn't say too productive, trying to let my grandparents teach me how to cook, but they are too scared of me messing up. Oh boy.
Kevin_will_die just resubscribed for 3 months.
Hey Kevin, I appreciate that resubscription. Our goal is slipping. This is one of the reasons I didn't change the goal, because I figured it would slip down again tonight. So we're 10 down. So you do have a chance of helping me hit that goal tonight, and then I'll do a barefoot brick walk. We had a good one last night, though. We had a great... The giveaway title was accurate, because Papa Bear AZ ended up giving away some filament, which is pretty outstanding. Kind of wish I could do those kind of giveaways on all my streams. But, sometimes it's just nice to know that people are hanging out with you, just not because of any other reason apart from they like hanging out with you. I think it's great. Chatting about whatever's going on, whatever's on your mind. Whatever hit your radar. Radioactive yellow? Nah, kind of. And it was all yellow. I don't know why Coldplay got such a bad rap. I like Coldplay. Maybe is it okay to admit that I like Coldplay? I admit that I like Coldplay. So this is like the yellow that I've had on the selfie camera. The error, like I said, is just baffling. Some guy actually unfollowed me. So, I'm following. You're complaining about the selfie camera. Dude, I was trying to make it fun. I was taking fun pictures. I could have been, I was angry. Not, again, I gotta be clear about this. Not because of the issue. Issues come up. It's like, even one of the Samsung, or the Team Samsung, or Team Galaxy people? Even one of the Team Galaxy people said, yeah, he said, that's totally understandable. They should send a replacement before you send it back. I'm like, this is all I'm saying, dude. That's all I was saying. Hannah, I'm glad you agree with me. We'll be Coldplay fans together. My favorite singer, though, is Alicia Cara. I don't know who that is. I'm too old. TC Jamie also agrees, like Coldplay as well. Been in one of their concerts. Think they're a pretty good show. Never been one of their concerts, but I'm a fan. I generally always liked their stuff. And then I found out other people didn't. I'm like, okay. Well, I still like them. I wonder. This stuff here. One more piece to remove. Just popped in, says 3D printing llama. Not a clue what you're talking about, but I'll agree with you. Yay! Hey, you know what? I don't. What I was talking about. I've been having a problem with my new Samsung Galaxy Ultra, and the problem turned into a bigger customer service problem, which is the bigger problem. Because I'm not likely to abandon getting Samsung products. It's probably not going to change. It's just been frustrating dealing with these customer service hiccups that I wish I could communicate that clearly. Not surprised you don't know who she is. She doesn't get much attention. I'm sorry about that. Probably someone that Diana knows. Clear the rest of that off there. Now again, you can 3D print, and I will be 3D printing crisp perluin carbonite. I don't know if I'm going to do a crisp perluin carbonite with this in this highlight yellow though. I don't know if it'll look great in highlight yellow, but I do want to do in the Polyterra PLA silver and potentially bronze a crisp perluin carbonite. Kind of fun little trinkety things. Right, let's do this. Oh, the jaundice camera effect. Yes, you saw it. 3D printing llama. By the way, I don't know if Fucho's here, but I think 3D printing llama, you print or you stream here, right? Correct? 3D printing llama. I want to make sure you get shoutouts. We've got auto shoutouts that are kind of getting configured here. You're gonna print me in Polymaker Silver Silk. Do it, Liz. And here's the thing: you should be able to print that model without supports. You could do variable layer height if you use Prusa Slicer. I don't know how it works in Cura, but you can do it in such a way that. Sorry, I want to make sure you're able to see everything here, minus the keyboard. You really don't need to see the keyboard. Really? Okay, I guess you may have to see the keyboard because it wants to. Come on, I want to be in the stream. Let me be in the stream. Fine. No. Oh, you use Prusa Slicer? You can do variable layer height then. Or you should be able to. Do variable layer. It's a button in the toolbar in Prusa Slicer. So you can do the base at like 0.2 because you don't really need to do much with that. And then beyond, potentially a finer layer height. So it's just FYI. Ah. Dropping my Vader legs here. So tomorrow, I've got a couple things that I need to get done. The thing I really need to get done, and this is like extracurricular. The thing I really need to get done is getting the Old Republic installed. Because I'm going to try SOTOR for the first time on Friday. That's the thing I have to remember. In fact, I'm going to make a note for myself. The note has been made. It has been made. You're excited? Do I need help? I will probably need help within the game. I plan on launching it and making sure it works within the stream and setting up a different view. Like I'll be like off in the off to the side. This monitor is the one I'm going to be using with the game because that way it's a dedicated screen. You'd be able to potentially, I may have a shot, like an over-the-shoulder shot, and and then a different camera pointed at me up front. We will see. That's kind of the bottom line. We shall see. We shall see. Not sure how it's going to work yet, because I'm not really. It's not really set up. I never built the setup with gaming in mind. All right, there, Detour. You show up late and someone let Chris play with fire? Yes. Actually, Loyal sent me, check this out, Krusty. Loyal sent me, y'all should trust me with fire. He sent me a butane. Yes, a butane thing. So, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, you sure y'all trust me with an open flame? Like I wouldn't. It looks like I'm going to have to charge the lights. My point's already made. Dude, I'm just telling you. He goes, oh, I should get this, I should get that. I'm like, no. Ooh. Yeah, this has definitely got a higher melting point. Ah, come on. Yeah, this is the filament that clogged my printer earlier. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't. There's a Star Wars version of that song. Did you know? Royish Good Looks makes a Star Wars version of We Didn't Start the Fire. It's awesome. It's so cool. It's so good. I need concentration because I don't want to burn myself. I just have to let it go for a little while longer. There we go. No. Set. Okay, that'll work. Blue and orange. Okay. Here's the problem. The lights, the colors are dying. So there's blue and orange, but the color, the lights, I think I need to recharge them already. Shockingly enough. Okay, so that's that. Now I need to get the screw in. I also have to watch this print. Because I got to make sure that the legs don't fly off. Sometimes they do. Hey, Maker Viking did make it. Everybody, happy birthday, Maker Viking. Happy birthday, Maker Viking. What? Ow! Oh, man. Knocking my knees here. That's great. Oh. Hey, Maker Viking, thank you again for being here and happy birthday. Here's the because this is the filament that I had. Hey, look at that! Rise of the Podcast.
Rise of the Podcast is now hosting my stream with
Thank
6
you.
viewers.
We've got a raid. I can't believe this. We've got a raid. What's this? I've been raided? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here! Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are
Silver
free.
Sunbeam shared
Love to have you
X100.
here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders! Thank you so much. What? Were you every time I see Rise of the, I automatically think Rise of the Resistance. Right? Is that what you're referring to? What were you doing, Rise of the Podcast? That's got to be Star Wars. It has to be. It has to be Star Wars. It must be. Now, speaking of Star Wars, Maker Viking, not Star Wars, but he's celebrating a birthday today. This was a model done by Wexter for him. I printed, or 3D printed, a Death Trooper, this neon yellow Death Trooper. Did I make the puppet? I did not make the puppet. And what I'm about to do, Rise of the Podcast, and all you new followers like Mus85 Tang and Brown13.
24 cheer Dex 100.
Hey, thank you for the cheer. Silver Sunbeam and Dandrak. Lady Burrito, love that handle. And Castle? Okay, y'all are Star Wars fans. And then Sesame Fisher? Give me a second. Let me get this on. You're going to understand why here in just a second. Okay. Get on. Come on. You can do it. This is the old Vader model. It's a little tougher to deal with. It'll make sense as soon as I do it.
Silver Sunbeam
there we
just
go.
Gifted 1 subs.
So what I am assembling right now, fellow Star Wars fans, is a Darth Vader figure. This Darth Vader figurine. You saw it get assembled right in front of your very eyes. Oh! Lady Burrito 88 cosplays as Ahsoka. Wow! Welcome to the Play Shop, everybody. My name is Chris. I keep my 3D printing tools in a Clone Wars thermos, as one does. My name is Chris. I 3D print every day. I have a whole bunch of Star Wars collectibles around me. And, in fact, I can do something special for you. I can shake a snow globe. This is a new snow globe I got from Hallmark. It's got Grogu inside. The first one that arrived was broken. Every night, we raid other people, too, with a Tusken Raid. I keep vintage Star Wars figures around. Who does not? Usually, the things that I'm 3D printing are Star Wars related. In fact, I'm printing let's see if I can find it. As I drop it. Come on, Chris. I'm 3D printing another one of these, but in the this neon yellow. There's a Shadow Guard that I modeled and printed. I scanned a real Emperor's Royal Guard. So I do a lot of this stuff on a daily basis. I'm here every day, 6 p.m. Pacific. Silver Sunbeam, thank you so much for gifting a sub to hang on just a second. Why is this not working? Why can I not? All my shortcuts are not working. It happens. To Runestone Art, thank you very much for that. I think it's a wild Vader. Okay, hang on. Just a second. Everything behind me is Star Wars. Everything around me is Star Wars. And so let me do something for you. Why is this not? There we go. Now it's working. She's truly the best. Ahsoka, all right, I'm going to take you on a little tour. And did we hear Rise of the Podcast? We do a Star Wars pop culture podcast, game streams. Your prints are sick. Rise of the Podcast, give me a second. First of all, I want to follow you if I'm not already following you because you're Star Wars. So like I'm already a fan. And second of all, you're doing podcasts here about Star Wars on Twitch. So that's awesome. I'm following you right now. In fact, I recommend everybody go, if you're a Star Wars fan, and follow Rise of the Podcast because that's awesome. You want to print a Jawa sandcrawler? It may be possible. The model probably exists. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take you on a brief tour. But first, I've got to get this mobile camera thing set up to go. Oh, wait, no, I want to do this. Camera 2, 1, camera 2. Facing back. Is that the wide angle? That's the wide angle. Okay, so do I have to rotate it? OBS Ninja can be really weird sometimes. But please don't. Oh, come on. There we go. It's going to echo for a second. Dude, you're too awesome. No, Rise of the Podcast, you have no idea. Thank you for trusting your community with me. I'm going to do something here. Pardon the mistake back there. Oh, whoa, you're gifting a subscription.
65 Tang 28 a subscription.
Thank you so much.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Moose 65 Tang 28.
So
I've given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Okay, now you're not going to hear double for a second, We got another raid.
Astro Printer is now hosting my stream with 18
Oh,
viewers.
everything's happening here. I was getting ready to Astro Printer. I was going to do a brief tour of the play shop because we had a whole bunch of new
Dietrich
Star Wars.
gifted Rise of the Podcast a subscription. Dietrich gifted a tier 1 sub to Rise of the Podcast.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Just sub to Rise of the Podcast Tech Talk. That's what you got to do. It is a party now. Huge raid from our friend Astro Printer. And I apologize. This is this I've got to move the this is going to go black for a second. Bloop. And the reason why is because I need to move this particular camera back over here so you can see the thing that's actually printing. So it'll be cool. There we go. So let's zoom in a tiny bit. There we go. That's much better. Don't you think? Yeah, I think so.
Hit a Blaker shared X600. Tour.
Hey, thank you so much, Deep Blaker. 600 bits. That's an amazing cheer. Okay, we're going to do a tour now. Are we ready for Rise of the Podcast? Are you ready for a tour? Are all you new followers ready for a tour? C. Sam Fisher, you ready? Lady Burrito, you ready? If Lady Burrito's still here, I'm going to show her the Ahsoka print. Kessel, are you ready? Is it Brown 13 and Musk 65 Tang 28? Are y'all ready? Because, man, I don't do this all that often, but, man, I get rated by a Star Wars podcast, and I got to do it. Is Lady still here? There's Kessel, so we know Kessel's still here. There's Lady Burrito, okay. Because she said Ahsoka. Okay. You're going to hear an echo, a double, like it's basically going to be double audio because I'm going to move away from the mic so you won't be able to pick it up. Now, this is not going to be a totally comprehensive tour, but I'm going to give you a brief walk around. Here we go.
Standing up, you may still hear the echo. There's more Darth Vader figures up there, different colors. The camera here may not be perfect by comparison, just because of the app, but got some vintage back here. That's a 12-back Darth Vader, if you collect vintage, and I do. All these, though, are printed. Whoa! But the beauty about 3D printed objects is that they're relatively resistant to damage. Okay. So let me take off my headset. It's going to be a little messy here. But I'm going to walk you around. Yeah, there's more Vaders here on the desk. Oh yeah. I don't know if you saw this. Again, pardon the echo, but Mini Brands now has Disney stuff, including Star Wars stuff. So super small Vader, not the smallest Vader I own. There's the other side of the 3D printer. Behind me, these are the shelves. Right? Vader. I melt the excess, or my wife melts the excess filament down into Star Wars shapes, which is really cool. So I've got a few Vaders there, Vader helmets, more Vader and dust, Vader, Funko Vader, Vader figures, other vintage things strewn about. There's that's Dave Prowse's like not his autograph, but basically he wrote my name when he sent me one of his autographs. Vader stuff back here. Nothing behind the curtain, but down here, Vader. And in case you're saying, hey, Chris, you kind of look like Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. Well, maybe I do. Yeah, that's a nice little collectible there. Oh, Aveline loves the set. Yeah, Vader and Dust. Hey, I collect dust. You don't understand. You want a room like this? I tell you, it's taken some. It's taken a while. Over here, more shelves of stuff. Some resin stormtroopers. This plastic bag is for the Lego bricks that have been out. I'll do a barefoot Lego brick walk when we do level 5 hype trains, or if we pass our sub goal for the night. We're about 10 off from the sub goal, but if you want to see me walk barefoot across Lego bricks, help me get over the sub goal. There's the boxed Vader Lego, and I've got one assembled that's just past the equipment there. A lot of blue Vaders ended up here, including that same model that I'm currently printing, but in blue. Right now, obviously, I'm doing gold. All right, I'm sorry, this highlight, this neon yellow, for the lack of a better anything. But you can see that Vader spilled over into other things that aren't Vader. Like mini stormtroopers end up here, mini non-stormtroopers too. One of my first Star Wars figures no, sorry, the first Star Wars figure I ever got was an AT-AT driver, a vintage AT-AT driver. And so I've been picking up a few of them when I find them on sale on eBay for a good price. You know, like I said, a whole bunch, some of the hologram figures back there. No Gem, though. Gem and the holograms. I'm from the 80s, so forgive me. Older Vader things. I believe this one is my Anakin Skywalker, vintage Anakin Skywalker growing up, the one I mailed away for. So he stands separate. Other Vader snow globes, mostly licensed stuff around here. These are some newer shelves, so they're still getting filled out. But I had all these pillows. I'm like, I need to put them somewhere, so I've crammed them. By the way, for anybody saying, "Oh, Chris, now you need to 3D print a baseball bat," no, I don't. I've got a Darth Vader baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. No, nothing there. When people go to Disney World or Disneyland, I really like when they build me droids. So I have some droids. That's a 3D printed one there, but different droids there. And dust. This is a vintage collection of dust. I collect dust as well as Darth Vader. Those are the Christmas droids. Some pink droids. Licensed. That's licensed. I got a badge from when I visited. When I visited and I did a video in the Star Wars YouTube channel a while ago, and I still have my badge. Or that's not it. But I think it's hanging. Where is it? It's somewhere. I don't know where it is now. I think I may have moved it. This is a custom Vader that was printed by someone else in our community before I got into 3D printing. Yep, Darth Vader stuff here. A whole bunch of Lego in there. But even in these small tins, like little collectibles, so a whole bunch of Lego Star Wars minifigures. Oh, that's not even. I'm an adult fan of Lego. I've got a whole Lego thing downstairs going on. For real. I assume that Astro Printer was probably printing things and geeking out about science stuff. See, I got a lot of the smaller Vaders have made their way onto these shelves, like the micro collection stuff. Oops, the Hippo Vader has fallen over. Let's go ahead and address. There we go. But I'm probably going to be, with other small Vaders, pushing those Tix clocks back, those lights there, pushing them back and putting other smaller figurines there. It kind of goes back, as you can see. Some first issue Darth Vader, the reboot, the Marvel reboot. Most of this, like I said, most of it's Darth Vader. But then I was like, oh, hey, I had some space. So what I'd like to see if I can find, and I know they exist, are like I've got to find smaller acrylic risers. I would love to just have acrylic riser just to take advantage of the space, as opposed to just having one set of clones here to be able to have multiple. I used to keep the pops together, and then they just kept releasing new Darth Vader pops. There's the Sofubi Hikari, some other Legends figures. A lot of Darth Vader figures here I thrifted because I like going thrifting. Oh, by the way, right here, that's my first Star Wars figure ever. I'll hold it. I'll treasure it forever. That's like the thing that's most valuable in my collection. Now, up here, that, my friends, is the full run of vintage Star Wars figures. Full run, like beginning to end, including Blue Snaggletooth, Yak Face, a couple of variants, including Hollow Cheek Tusken Raider, which I lucked into as a kid. But anyway, so that's the full run of vintage Star Wars figures. I've got a whole bunch of modern figures in here. No joke. It's full. Oops, sorry. Did not mean to rotate there. It's full. It's exploding. And I have other modern figures elsewhere. There's the Star Wars Darth Vader Barbie. Then over here, got some Wookiees. Down there, just some random figures, including some that I've printed. There's the Ewok shelf. That's pretty much the full collection of Ewoks. Random colored Darth Vaders and some variant figures based on Darth Vader. There's Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan from Back to the Future. I grew up on the Commodore 64, so there's a C64. There's Cheese Sandwich, voiced by Weird Al Yankovic. That's why I have MLP there. Also, he voiced Wreck-Gar, at least in one of the series, so that's him, Weird Al Yankovic. Some autographed, an autographed CD. Some wax packs. I collect Garbage Pail Kids as well. Some vintage items. They Might Be Giants fan, Moxie Frubus fan. Kylo Ren just grabbed my attention you know, in The Force Awakens. So I started a little Kylo Ren collection here. Here's some. This is an official Batu coin. This is a 3D printed one. Looks exactly the same. This is a 3D printed holder for the coin. Other things that have stacked up, including this is plugged in. Some nutcrackers, some art. Jedi Temple Guard is worth a lot, even though it's a modern figure. That's not my original Emperor that I mailed away for. Some the Knights of Ren Lego minifigures licensed, and the other figurines. They didn't really make a lot of the Knights of Ren stuff, unfortunately. And then we start getting to other things like, hey, look, there's Neen Num, a whole bunch of them there. These are figures that Jedi will my daughter will, her name's Jedi, she'll sometimes play with. Galactic Heroes, they're just currently out because if she ever gets into playing with them, she can. And then see, again, I need additional shelves. I need these risers to make or take advantage of the space. There is Jabba's entertainment shelf. I'm not even at your Ahsoka yet. Did I lose? Did I lose the burrito? Sorry, not the Lady Burrito. Did I lose Lady Burrito? I can see okay, I can see Lady Burrito. I can't read it, but I can see her handle there. I can't really catch them. Oh, hey, look, someone's resubscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. If we get enough subscriptions tonight, man, I'll walk barefoot across these Lego bricks. Got an arcade cabinet. Something needs to be fixed with the VGA terminal. I'm talking to another Twitch streamer about that. Over here, I've got a whole bunch of Grogu and Mando stuff, because of course I had to. Darth Vader things. There's a 3D printed Vader Buddha that was done by Mucky Chris. I've got some reorganizing to do up here, but I've got some, like, you know, some of the 3D printed figures like K2SO, Stormtrooper. Even started to print these stands for the different figure types. Shadow Trooper, Vader, original art. This shelf has to be redone too because things fell over. Droids, but I need something acrylic that's small enough but gives me more space. I need more space. It just needs to be optimized. Boba Fett shelf, including a proto Boba from Funko. That's a proto of the proto type Boba Fett Funko Sofubi, Hakari Sofubi. I loved the Scout Trooper, and so a whole bunch of other little helmets that, you know, came off of other figures that I thrifted that weren't in good shape. Clone shelf down here, it's exploding. There's me as an adult fan of Lego, and The Office, and look at all the dust. Some other 3D printed figures, because I have a feeling that's where they're going to stack. The Holiday Troopers down here, and there are more that are going to be released soon. There's the Ahsoka Doll. I wish I would have. We have two of the Ahsoka dolls, the Forces of Destiny. I wish I would have grabbed a third. My mistake, because now they're expensive. I want the Ahsoka doll to have on display, and unfortunately I missed the boat on getting an extra one when they would have been affordable. Now I promised. Oh yeah, more Vader. More 3D printed stuff. I had mentioned earlier, like that my wife melts the things down. This is where they're probably going to go in a bin somewhere, but these are all from melted filament. Unused filaments can be recycled into Star Wars. Everything can be Star Wars. This is a helmet that Loyal Moses 3D printed for me. One piece. It's pretty wild. This is a dragon, articulated dragon, that was printed for me by Ian Douglas. Here's an articulated Jabba slug, a Wexter model, which is fantastic. Now, Astroprinter, who just rated, he's someone that he does a lot of 3D printing stuff too. So you should probably follow him if you're interested at all in like the 3D printing stuff. He would definitely be worth a follow.
Aveline
Now,
French gifted Kessel a subscription. Aveline French gifted a tier 1 sub to Kessel. They have given 59 gift subs
There's
in the
loose
channel.
R2D2. Let's put it there. We've got Stormtrooper, BB-8s. But starting to build out these shelves. Oh, Baka, Stormtrooper. This is what I wanted to show you. So, Lady Burrito. A lot of the random objects are here right now. This is an Ahsoka bust. No supports. An original model. But this is the one I have. You could print her bigger if you wanted to, but this is the definitive Ahsoka model that I currently have. And there's a few other things like a chunky Stormtrooper, a Boba Fett's throne. Here's Jackson if you're a fan of the comics, styled like he would be as a galactic hero. The chess for space chess are Dejarik, a Rancor, Frog Lady, the Death Star plans. Right there. Oops. Death Star plans, a spinning BB-8, a mouse droid. That I probably need to reprint another one. Sorry, I dropped Frog Lady here. Oops, spin around. And so some other things. This was one of the first Vaders that I printed, but I got another one as a gift. Here's a Vader. Oops, sorry, that's really bright, dude. What's up with that? Printed this the other day. Thought it'd be a nice place to stick it. Kind of came out thinner than I was expecting it to. Here's a Darth Vader 8-ball, so you can ask it a question and then it'll tell it. No is what it says. Okay. I was gonna ask, should I go further? And it says no. So there's your answer. You got the answer. Now we're heading back. Oh yeah, I walked past Star Wars there. So Star Wars shoes that I wore at Galaxy's Edge and at Lucasfilm headquarters when I did the video for Star Wars' YouTube channel. Heading back to
the view. Okay. So could not really see chat. Wow, I got a lot of catching up to do, don't I? I got a ton of catching up to do. Holy Schmidt. My God. Okay. So I missed a lot of chat. But let me say, first, thank you to the Deep Laker for gifting that 1-month sub, and to D-Torque for gifting that sub, and Deep Laker for gifting another sub, and Can't Stop Lying for resubscribing with Prime, and Aveline French to gifting a sub. Telling you, you're gonna love this community. You're gonna love this community that we've been growing here as much as you love Star Wars. Because let me tell you, if you don't love Star Wars, you do not really probably want to watch me. Because I enjoy a lot of things. I didn't even show you all the Lego stuff. I usually try to do a Lego set on Saturdays. Sundays I might. On Saturdays I also have a fun cereal. It's fun to do. Hey, look at that, Deep Laker. You're a champ.
The Deep Laker gifted C. Sam Fisher 7 a subscription.
Wow.
The Deep Laker gifted a tier 1 sub to C. Sam Fisher 7.
They must
They
love
have
you.
given 5 gift subs in the channel.
They must love you. Snips. Yes, Lady Burrito. I cannot wait for the Ahsoka series. Cannot wait. Not impressed. 010, not impressed. No Star Trek figures. Sorry. I don't think I've printed anything Star Trek yet. I've had a 3D printer for a year, too. Astro Printer, what's Star Wars? Give me a break. We also have Lego YouTube channel. Oh, nice. We might be best friends. But you're not getting my... I'm motivated by the minifigures. The minifigures are the things that have always... I'm a fan of the figure. Like, if you saw a lot of figures around, that's the reason why. I'm always like... Figures are like my thing. That's what I love. The figures. That's my motivation. So y'all... I can't tell you. Like, y'all must... Like, we have welcomed you in with open arms here. This is outstanding. Oh, you do the ships? We don't do the ships. We don't do all the ships. I tell you what, Rise of the Podcast, and everybody who just joined from the raids, if you come back tomorrow and say, hey, you said you were going to show us your Lego setup, I'll take you on a similar tour, but just go to the Lego room. Is it a deal? Because then you'll see a lot of the minifigures and where the stuff is set up. You got to come back again, though. That's the key. I can't show it all in one night. That'd be a lot. But all the more reason to tune in. Now, on Friday, I'm going to be playing SWTOR for the first time. It is a cliffhanger, isn't it? It's a game that a lot of people here on Twitch have played. Quite a few of people who've been hanging out. I don't know if I've seen any of their handles yet, but I'm also on Friday giving away... I don't do a lot of giveaways. We did a giveaway the other day for my 1-year anniversary of 3D printing. But I am giving away a BioWare Studio Edition SWTOR Collector's Edition box. It's been opened, but it still has the Malgus statue. So I'm giving that away on Friday. And it's worth a lot, apparently. I got it thrifting. If you would have caught me like last week, I probably would have sold it to you. But I figured, it'd be a good way to meet the SWTOR community here on Twitch, because I don't do a lot of SWTOR. I'll be playing again for the first time, but you could send Chris a full set. No, hang on, Dandrak. Come on. You know, the Star Trek, the only figures that I really collect that aren't Star Wars, for the most part, are the reaction figures. The Super 7 reaction line, like the GI. They've now got GI Joe. They had Masters of the Universe. I'm more motivated. Like here. Let me pull up. This is a 5 points of articulation Cobra Trooper, right? But Super 7 makes a series of 5 POA figures. So these are styled like if Kenner had the license back in the day, this is what G.I. Joe would have looked like. And so I'm a fan of 5 POA. 5 points of articulation. So I do collect that particular line. So I do have Star Trek figures. They're the 5 POA line, next generation. And I'm probably going to collect those all loose. I don't know if I'm going to get duplicates for those. Because I watch Star Trek. Discovery's awesome. It's like probably my favorite Star Trek. And you can like both. I don't watch Lower Decks. I've watched a few episodes, but I can't get into it. I've tried. Yeah, Joshua, my lights aren't working very well because I think I need to recharge the batteries. Maybe C says that's like second date stuff. It is. I can't show you everything in one night. And Aveline knows the Lego room is awesome. Let me put it this way. It's a Lego room. Playmates coming out with a ton of Star Trek. Yeah, I'm not... The Playmates thing, like I said, when it comes to collecting, you kind of have to limit yourself. You can't get all the things. And so I realized years ago, largely thanks to Kenner and the Star Wars figures, that I loved the 5 POA style. May not be the best. Maybe not, certainly not the highest articulated, but like something about the scale, something about it's just the ethos of a 5 points of articulation figure that just kind of takes me back. So the only Star Trek figures that I will collect are the ones that Super 7 produces, and they're good. They're pretty decent. Like Super 7's done a bang up job with just about everything that they've gotten a hold of. So I'm very grateful. I'm not saying I'm a comprehensive Super 7 collector, but I definitely have a lot of Super 7's stuff. Now, since I was walking around, did I miss anybody? If you said something that's important that you want me to see, you need to repeat yourself. Because when I was doing my best to show all the new people, or people who hadn't seen, like everything that's around me right now. Star Trek Picard Season 2 is tomorrow? I did not know that, A-Haze. Okay, good to know. What am I drinking? Well, I just finished one beer. I'm going to have a second one. Captain Picard's monologues from Star Trek TNG DG will be a hard beat for me, but I've yet to watch more series outside of TOS and TNG. Oh, Lon Milk Lover, shame on you. Shame. Bling, shame. Bling, shame. You know that Shame woman? The Shame from Game of Thrones? That whatever her name was in the series. That's Hannah. Oh, what's her last name? The woman who plays on the boss on Ted Lasso. Yeah, you lost all your geek points for that, Lon Milk Lover. It's definitely not Hanna-Barbera. It's not an old Rasputin Russian Imperial Stout. It is an Imperial IPA. Must 65. Can I just call you Mustang? How many Vaders do I have? I lost count. How do I keep the printer so quiet? Well, I'll address that in a second. Astra Printer is asking what I'm printing. I am printing, well, not this, obviously, but this model in that color. So the Darth Vader figurine. This is like easily one of my favorites to print now because they work so well. So in terms of how do I keep it quiet, I've got a noise canceling microphone and it's sitting right here. It's quiet to begin with, but I have the microphone sitting on top. I'm going to take the microphone off the stands and then you're going to hear you. Do you hear it? Can you hear the vibration? You can at least hear the vibration. Let me mute the audio. You'll hear it. Do you hear it? So, Hannah Waddingham. That's who it was. Thank you so much. Do you hear it? But when I pick up the mic and spill all my Vaders and put it on these dampeners, You hear nothing. Nothing. So these are, I picked them up. They're kind of pricey, but I was like, dude, I just need to minimize and mitigate the vibrations coming from the printer on this desk. So they sit here. The microphone tripod sits atop that, and that basically kills the vibrations. Now, beyond that, if I zoom out and pull this back a tiny bit, the printer itself is sitting on top of a cement slab. You can barely see it. And in between the slab and the printer, there are some cork blocks. So I've done everything to minimize or mitigate the vibration sound. Now, the sound itself is just, I would attribute to the Prusa Mini in being as good as it is. But it's probably a combination of that hardware coupled with the mitigation that I've put in place around it. So it took some work. Ice cream sounds good right about now. We got some. Jedi paid for half, and so she gets half. Oh God! Now Mustang is going to start talking about Ted Lasso again. Oh, sorry, Kessel. Was that a no-no? Sounds like a Star Destroyer. Kind of. It's kind of what it is. Like, being on a starship. Oh, did you add magnets to the Vader print? The flat intricate? No. The magnets I had were too big. So unfortunately, I didn't. I'm like, no, I'll just keep it here. Maybe I'll pass it on to somebody else. Maybe I'll reprint it at some point in the future. But home studio exploits for the win. Yes, impressive, most impressive. Couldn't you just get a shock mount? This is allegedly got a shock mount in there. I don't think it does a very good job. And I tried an additional shock mount, but because of the way that this particular mic was built, it wouldn't work very well. So it didn't happen, unfortunately. Very impressive. We have a pricey isolation table at the lab. Well, it's just, like I said, it was a lot of troubleshooting for a bit. Hello there, American Chris Hansen. Good to see ya. I love Ted Lasso. I hate sports. Like, if you love sports, just assume I'm never going to talk about it. I never talk about sports. Rarely. Okay, I can't say never, but, like, it's not my thing. I don't even do the Olympics. I'm like, I live near the Olympics because I'm in the Seattle area. The Olympic range, the Olympics. I had ice cream. It was the soy ice cream variety. By the way, I am vegan. I don't remind everybody every day, but I am vegan. And so you'll hear a lot. Even the cereal I eat on Saturday. Even when I get the ones with marshmallows, I got to pick the marshmallows out to eat them. I have an unhealthy obsession. I have with Star Wars, Kessel, or Mustang with. I'm getting to know you. Mustang with Ted Lasso. What about wrestling? Not my thing. Not my thing. Not my jam. So what was Astro Printer doing tonight? Now, we know that for the raid from Rise of the Podcast, you were either gaming or doing a podcast on Star Wars, but what was Astro Printer doing tonight? Now that I've had a chance to decompress. No worries, Kessel. I got it. Like, trust me. Like, it's not lost on me. I'm pretty quick. Usually. My wife gets mad when I touch her Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Well, good luck with that. Mustang says, this is fun. This is what I do every night. Like, if you want to know, like, well, what do you do every night? What do you do? Well, I watch chat, see what they're saying, kind of go with the flow. I 3D print something. I showcase, maybe a new purchase or talk about, something that hit my radar, Sometimes I even assemble prints if they need to be assembled. Yeah, this is what I do. This is it. And more often than not, it's going to be some kind the conversation may very well steer towards Star Wars, but it's not always Star Wars, right? I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt, so it's like Star Wars is inevitably at the heart of it. Oops. If I don't clean up, I've pulled out so many models. So Lady Burrito's in an agreement with Kessel. Astro says we were doing the weekly hangout talking about present upcoming projects. Did a lot talking about my Ender 3 mod into a belt printer. So the cool thing about... Now, Lady Burrito, you may be familiar with this too, since you do cosplay. Like, there are a lot of makers here on Twitch. Like, an immense amount of makers. And I may not be... I'm not a gamer, but I follow a lot of the people who game and play Star Wars. I'm not a maker myself, even though I 3D print stuff. There are people who do it and actually built cosplay while modeling on the screen. Sith Lord Brit is one such example. She's someone who's active in the community, and she does cosplaying and has actually printed, like, on her stream, or done stuff on her stream intended to be built as items for her cosplaying. It's incredible. Costco. Oh man, everyone around here made fun of me because I didn't have a Costco membership, and then I got one. I do have to get to Costco again soon, because allegedly they've got the new the Boba Fett the Boba Fett's throne room set, and you know Costco's usually has pretty good prices. Like, they'd be like 20% off normal retail, which is a good deal. It's a really good deal. All right, we've got a paint Pictionary here, so I got to turn to the mods before I launch that. Cup not quite running over. We're about halfway. We got through. Ooh, yeah, we must have had a really good day a month ago. Must have had a really good day. Really good day, because we dropped that far with the subs, but that's okay. That's how you can tell. Like, those subs will change. And we start at the top of the show, it's great, but then a month passes by and people that had gift subs don't renew, and then they kind of drop off. So, yeah, that's the reason why we're probably going to move further and further away from our sub goal tonight. Oh yeah, I've heard about that, Lon Milk Lover. I have. Okay, I don't know. Do we have a mod around? It's possible we do, but if not, I guess I'll have to make up something in my head. Here we go. The mods may be in and out. That's okay. It's nice to have mods, but I don't like... It's not mandatory that I have a mod around. I can handle a lot of this stuff. Let's launch. So y'all have to guess what it is that I'm drawing here in Paint. That's not what I wanted. In Microsoft Paint, you gotta guess what it is that I'm drawing. Good luck. Last night you redeemed go to the corner. Oh, okay. I will go to the corner after this Paint Pictionary. Oh, Liz is saying what you need. Oh, she's gonna give me. Okay. Hey, Papa Bear AZ. Thanks again to Papa Bear AZ, and thank you, Fucho, for that auto shout out. Papa Bear AZ gave away some 3D printer filament last night. It's great. He did it impromptu. Draw a... Okay, Liz. I don't know where that's coming from, but I'm going to draw what she's saying to draw. Good luck, everybody. You can do it. It's not that hard. There we go. It's a shower. Liz said draw a shower. Unless that's shower. Shower or shower? I assume it was a shower. Okay, that's the first one. Liz. Now we got another one. Let's try it again. I'm not very skilled with the touchpad. This is my problem. Don't see anything. All right, I'm gonna... usually they give me some pretty good challenges, but... Oh, here we go. Krusty maybe jumping in. I can't draw poopy face. You now just... You put it in the chat. Garden hose. That would have been a good guess. Mustang. All right. That doesn't help. What's something that I could... the problem is, like, oh, there are a million things you could draw, but, like, you know, when you're the one who has to, like, think of them. All right, I'm gonna... let's try this. I'm gonna try this. This is gonna be horrible. This is gonna be the worst ever, but here we go. Gonna do my best. Now, I can't draw this from memory, but... Oh, that's horrible, Chris. That is horrible. This is horrible. I may need to do this again, because... Not a monkey. Snake, yes, that's close. Yeah, Cobra! I was trying to do a G.I. Joe Cobra. Cobra! I am Cobra Commander. Apple also would have been a good guess. Y'all are pretty good at the guessing. Okay, there's your paint Pictionaries. Now, I was sent to the corner apparently last night, and I did not do that. So, I'm going to go to the corner. A cheer, a sub, a tip. That'll get me back into the game. So, I'm going to stand in the corner, or sit in the corner. I was sent there by one of the people who redeemed with the channel points. So, I'm going to go to the corner. Nope. That was fast. Thank you so much, Fucho. That's just great. Hey, look! Kessel and I are going to get along. We're going to get along swimmingly. Medusa would have been a good guess, too. Cobra Commander. Hang on. Let me pull it out. I have a 5 POA. This is the Target variant, Cobra Commander. With the shiny face. I am Cobra Commander. And I command you to listen. Unless you don't want to. At which point, you can stop. Yeah. How many of you've got a Cobra Commander just lying around to grab? How many of you? Lady Burrito says, cool hairstyle. You know, I need to get I need to get it cut. It's getting long. It's getting very, very long. Unless you're talking about the drawing. Because if I was gonna, like, I look, honestly, my hairstyle, here's my hair. You see the mic? Do you see this mic? That's my hair. My hair looks like the mic, the poofy thing on the mic. That's my hair. My hair is pretty much the poofy thing on the mic. The fuzzy, poofy thing. Have I ever visited a coffee shop in Amsterdam? No. I have been, I think, to the outskirts of Amsterdam, like once. You have one. Do we have 3 Pictionaries? We do. Oh, wow. I missed that. Dude, you're incredible. Gotta get out. Hey, dude, I totally feel you. Coming back for the Lego room for sure. Absolutely. Saturdays, I've got a few Lego sets to still get through. I usually do the smaller ones, or try to at least. So there are a few sets that have yet to be built. They're not always Star Wars, but I do have some Lego sets that I usually do on Saturdays when I have Saturday cereal, because Saturday was great for cartoons. And getting in the nostalgia mood, eating cereal is, like, awesome. You feel me? By the way, I realized I shouted him out earlier, but the Deep Laker, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the cheer. I really appreciate that. And yes, Rise of the Podcast, thank you so much for the raid. It's very, raids are always welcome and always appreciated, especially from fellow Star Wars fans. Because, I mean, we need to, like, the Star Wars fans, we need to, like, come together. Because, I mean, we are definitely out there. We're here on Twitch. But, like, the more we know each other, the more we can support each other. Lady Burrito says, it was the drawing, but your hair is nice, too. Oh, you don't have to say that, lady. I don't think my hair is nice. Usually, I like getting it shaved off, which it's about time. It's about time. Oh, thank you, Fucho. Thank you. So, the Rise of the Podcast will automatically be shouted out when we see them again. I'm a big believer. If you stream on Twitch, and you didn't say you do, I'd be happy to make sure you get shouted out. Very happy. Okay, we got one more. Apparently, one more Paint Pictionary. You miss Saturday morning cartoons? That's what I'm saying. So sometimes I'll just, like, go to YouTube and say Saturday morning cartoon, whatever, you know, Saturday Supercade or whatever, and it'll play a random video, and it'll be, like, you know, old cartoons from the 80s, just random. Like, oh, I haven't seen the Storks in a while. Watch Storks. Richie Rich. I'll watch Richie Rich. Or, you know, Schoolhouse Rock or whatever. Like, whatever, top of mind, right? Rubik's. Play the Rubik's cartoon. But then I'll have cereal in the evening on the stream. I'll enjoy a bowl of cereal. Most of that cereal I never have tried before. Maybe C says, are you sure? I haven't streamed Star Wars, though. Yeah? If you stream on Twitch, it doesn't matter what you stream. I don't care what you stream. I'd be happy to shout you out. Because even if I may not be interested in what you're doing, someone else might be. I'm a big believer in that. So maybe C apparently needs a shout out. If you stream. Some Fruit Loop ASMR. Kind of is. Because it gets kind of crunchy. Saturday morning cartoons were the best. And now it's just like cartoons all the time. Day or night. Like 24/7. Like, you don't understand. Like, for us to watch cartoons, we had to wait. Pictionary. How are we gonna... how am I gonna do that? Okay, Liz. I'm gonna try this. Liz, this is Liz. Liz is wanting me to draw this. Here we go. Paint Pictionary. You missed the M on MTV. Yes, we were just talking about that. We were literally just talking about it yesterday. We were talking about the So call your cable company. All right, here we go. Does anybody else remember? Are we the only ones who remember Owl TV? It's not a noose. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say rose? Not a rose. I can't read. Why not? I see you. Right now, how can I... Half Windsor? Here we go. Hang on. This is the ugliest possible. Baby! That's right, baby. Yoda. Baby. Yoda. Yeah, it's a baby burrito. That is correct. It's a baby burrito for Lady Burrito. We don't celebrate Taco Tuesday necessarily. We don't have tacos every Tuesday, but totally understand the love of a burrito, the love of a taco. Totally get it. Glowworm, that takes me back. Tech Talk. Never had one. Knew of the glowworm though, back in the day. Classic, a vintage, if you will, a vintage toy from back in the day. I can't be the only one who remembers. Grogu's mummy. That's funny, Krusty. Mr. Hanky? I probably would have. I could have done a Hanky. I could have done a Mr. Hanky. That would have been. I probably would have been able to pull that off from memory. You had shrimp tacos. My favorite shrimp when I ate shrimp was popcorn shrimp. Popcorn shrimp was the best. I remember like growing up in the 80s. Fine dining was Red Lobster. Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you. That was it. That was like the, you were going like, that was it. That was like pinnacle. Like, you're going to eat seafood. I grew up in Iowa. You had seafood in Iowa? Dude. But I always ordered, popcorn shrimp. It was always that was my Red Lobster order. Always. And and Hills was where the toys are. We didn't have a Hills. Why not? Because we didn't have one of those. Hey, Corey. Good to see you. Welcome back to the Play Shop. Seafood in Iowa, fish sticks. Yes, Papa Bear AC, that's about right. Never liked fish sticks. They're okay. They make vegan fish sticks right now too. I always liked the taste of cod, though. I'm a fan of the cod. I was a fan of the cod flavor. It's a pretty strong flavor, but more than fish sticks, I think my mom served fish fillets once, and I'm like, oh my god, fish fillets are so much better. Yeah, I was a fan of fish fillets more than fish sticks. Fish sticks just didn't do it for me. Do shrimp count as meat? Thought they were bugs. No, they're seafood. Shellfish. B Squad leaders had seafood every day this week. Ooh, that's a lot. Astroprinter, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate your support. I do. And like I said, I try to tune in if and when I can to any streamer that supports. And especially, if I have a chance. The weekdays are starting to get away from me because the weekdays at work are just like, oh my god, heavy. No kidding. I thought that was a national chain. Not. It was not. Why not? Because. What was the absolute best and worst school lunch? Best pizza. Pizza kind of sucked. At least at our school. The best was up for me. Chocolate milk. And the reason why is because I hate dairy. I always hated dairy. Always. And I'd never liked milk. But on chocolate milk days, those would be the only day. I could drink chocolate milk. Chocolate milk, even I would have like regular dairy milk pre-vegan, but it would be either in a meal or in cereal. I could eat milk, have milk and cereal. But at school, like the best to me was the chocolate milk days. Worst, fish sticks I could eat. The worst would have been like goulash, or mac and no, I'm sorry, mac and cheese. Cannot do it. Cannot do mac and cheese. Could never do mac and cheese. Really, it was ruined for me. Being lactose intolerant in America is a little hard. It can be, maybe. See, I'm not lactose intolerant. I just choose not to eat it. I do have macaroni trauma, admittedly, and Liz, thank you for acknowledging my pain. It is something that I don't necessarily talk about. Used to trade lunch items to obtain a box of Ecto Cooler every chance you got. I assume you follow Dinosaur Dracula on Twitter. He's all about the Ecto Cooler. Seriously, he's got a thing for Ecto Cooler. It's funny. Ice cream and pizza exist? Well, here's the thing. Maybe, see, you can get vegan ice cream. You can get soy ice cream cheap. Trader Joe's has cheap soy ice cream. You can get like a whole thing of it for like $3-4. Super cheap. Super cheap. No lactose. In pizza, yeah, but have you ever been to a mod pizza? You can build a vegan pizza with a non-dairy cheese, and it's great. We get pizza from Mod Pizza. It's awesome. Good luck, Corey. Are you going to be printing me in carbonite? Because you can. There's the link. You can print me in carbonite, Corey. Let me know how I turn out. 3D print me in carbonite, Corey. You know you wanna. Collect me, Corey. You gotta. You know what's worse than finding... B-Squad leader, I do know what's worse than finding a bug in my salad. Finding half a bug. That's right, in my salad. I remember that joke. This is true. I know, maybe. See, I'm not gonna lead you astray. I trust you. I love you. Jigs. I've never heard of jigs. Not a thing. One second. That's pointless. One moment. You can. I did, Corey. I just gave it to you. There's the STL file, Corey Lundy. There's the STL. You can grab it from the Discord server. Bug and salad reminds me of the cafe in Victor Victoria. I don't think I ever saw Victor Victoria. Probably good. I could live without it. Waiter, what's this fly doing in my soup? The backstroke, sir. And bonus points to Kurt Grosser for the interrobang. You need more interrobangs in your life. So anyway, we have now careened, for all the people who are still following, tuned in, we have careened from topic to topic based upon the course of the conversation. That's how I do things. Hey, Forever United, thank you so much for tweeting out that I'm streaming. Thank you very, very, very much for that. I appreciate it. And Drew Taylor, thank you so much for tweeting out earlier. I appreciate that. I don't know if they're still tuned in, but when people do that and I don't retweet at the time, then I try to go back and say thank you for the help. Thank you for the boost. It's nice. It's very kind of you. You never know who it's going to bring in. A new friend. You never know. Every viewer counts. Every viewer counts. That's the thing. You know, there was actually, okay, we're going to go in. Hey, Stone Monkey Research. Posture check. You love it here? Lady Burrito, we love you. Now, I got to ask, Lady Burrito, do you stream? Do you stream your cosplaying or your building and all that stuff? Because I'd love to give you a shout out. 1, 2. I know of at least one other Ahsoka cosplayer on Twitch. Victorious is her name. It's kind of awkward spelling. But she's done it. She plays a lot of SWTOR as well. Kessel, you know what? Lady Burrito and Kessel, thank you for that. And assuming we haven't scared off... I bet you anything Mustang is already going... He or she is watching Ted Lasso again, aren't they? See, I'm a quick study. I'm a very quick study. Like, it won't take me much. American Chris Hansen is now Twitch Turbo. Nice! You're on the podcast. Oh, Rise of the Podcast. Okay, great. So you do get a shout out with there. Well, I can't wait to catch a stream. I really can't. Like, I mean, when I have a chance to jump in, like, it's serious. There's Star Wars gamers here, but I like the Star Wars chatters. I like the geeky chatters. Like, Nerdy Curious is like a podcast here, and it's a group of women that geek out about one thing or another, and I just love tuning into that stuff here on Twitch, because I love the live podcast, because you have a chance sometimes to actually interact and actually be a part of something, and I love that. More so than, like, recorded podcasts. Yeah, I'm a fan of Ted Lasso too, but apparently not as much as, I'm just going to say Mustang, because I can't, the numbers in between, they're a bit, I'm not a numbers guy. So here's what we're going to do. There was a controversy. I don't necessarily talk about a lot of controversies here, but there was a controversy with an alleged, if you will, smaller streamer that happened with a PC builder, and I kind of wanted to get into that. Hey, El Taco Meat. There's another streamer for everybody. He's like a science streamer. He does play games as well. El Taco Meat. I met him through a raid a few weeks ago, a science raid from Astro Canuck. Isn't it weird how sometimes I can remember like users and how they came in? I can't remember for everybody, but I've done a good job. Yeah, that was awful. So glad Jay stepped up. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about this small streamer controversy here in a bit. I'm going to get another beer. Lady Burrito says the podcast is on Saturdays, trying to stream more times per week. Started taking turns doing some other streams. Oh, I hear you, Lady Burrito. I'm here every night, 6 p.m. because I needed a regular schedule. Moreover, at the end of the day, I didn't want to get trapped. I mean, there's a lot of shows that I watch, and we talk about those too. Tonight, if there's a new episode of Discovery, I'll watch that. I've been pushing through, at this point, well, I guess I'm going to be watching Picard tomorrow, but pushing through Vikings on Netflix, it's not bad. There's a few new shows on Apple TV that I've been wanting to catch up on as well. Apple TV Plus, I should say. You were taking a break, totally busted. I knew it. You prefer it to be pronounced Mustang? Great. Then we will get along swimmingly. Because if I have to stop and say Must 65 Tang 28, whew. All right, do not go anywhere. It's going to take a brief second, a minute or so. Keep an eye on the print, though. Hi, my daughter Jedi is going to entertain. Yeah, because Mommy's going to watch you just off scene. I'm going to grab another beverage. All right, Jedi, say hi to everybody. Look, Jedi is learning how to read.
Yeah,
She's learning how to read. You can talk into the mic, yeah. Yeah, you can tell them what's going on, but watch for all the you can post emotes like Star Wars emotes. She knows the Star Wars characters and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep them entertained. You got it. You got this for now.
Yeah.
Okay, Mommy's gonna be watching silently over here.
Yeah, she's downstairs.
Well, no, she just come up. She's gonna stand. Okay, she's gonna be watching.
Wow, cool. I used to do homeschool with my mom, but now I do school with like
Aceless cheered X100. Tickle your dad when he comes back.
Please say that again.
Are you trying to get back to? Oh, you can see it. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go. What do you see?
I see.
You gotta talk, honey. Part of streaming is interacting.
Oh my
honey.
gosh,
You gotta.
Please, Liz, put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 butts.
Aveline French cheered X100.
Thank you,
Hi
Aveline.
Jedi, how are you?
Good. Aveline French. Aveline French, thank you for the 100 bits.
Is your middle name? No, her middle name is not Master.
Dot.
It's okay. You don't have to tell him.
Dot.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Or you I didn't know if you were interacting. You're good.
Yeah.
Did you have any? You had enough interaction. All right. She's a Jedi. She's a Padawan, a Jedi in training. What, honey? Yeah, I know. They're the better ones for the food. There's even a little.
Joshua
There's even a.
_XP_Shield
Yeah, they're little ones.
100.
Hey.
Do you like Firefox or Chrome, Jedi?
Hang on. One more question. Do you like Firefox or Chrome? Which one do you like? Firefox or Chrome? Hang on. Lady Burrito cosplays as Ahsoka. Yeah, and she's a co-host for a show here on Twitch called Rise of the Podcast, like Star Wars. So we're gonna have to tune in when we see him doing it. I guess they do it on Saturday. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe one day she'll cosplay and do the podcast as Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm not. We can't invite ourselves. We just met him, but we can watch him. Hey, she says you're a great reader. Fix him, dude! Thank you for the... Oh, we're so far off of the sub. Thank you for the gifted sub. 624, 655 for the goal. And thank you. We've kicked off a hype train. Aveline, Liz, and Joshua. Tell you what, if we get to a level 2, I'm going to get Emperor Palpatine. You ready to see Emperor Palpatine? Level 2. And remember, if we complete a level 5, then I walk barefoot on those Lego bricks. Because that's the way you do it. Sounds good, does it? Got to give some stretch goals here. Ooh. I've also got to work on a gift box for someone who sent Jedi just an amazing gift. Like an array of stuff that I'm really, like, worth a lot. I wasn't going to cover it in the show. But just like an amazing box. I was like, oh, I gotta put together a few Star Wars-y trinkets. And since I just gave away a whole bunch of Star Wars-y trinkets the other day, I'm kind of like low again. Posture check, sitting up straight. Money for nothing and your fish sticks for free. Thank you, Fucho the Clown.
Flacco the Clown,
Or
X100.
Yeah, that. Did y'all get enough of me saying that last night, by the way? His name properly. Quote-unquote properly. What? Whoa, Aveline!
Aveline French just gifted 5 subs.
Including the toying around! I haven't seen him in ages. Thank you, Aveline. I gotta go get Emperor Palpatine now. Okay, Palpatine, here you go. One moment, gonna get Palpy.
Hello, my pitiful friends. It is so good to see Chris over there, not doing anything. I've got to do all the work, including turning on the hype train graphic, just like that, and getting the hype light. Speaking of light, it looks like some of the batteries back there are dead, because I killed them. Oh, excuse me, I get very gassy when I just begin the hype trains here to level 3. Aveline, thank you so much for that. And the D-Blaker. Very appreciate. Oh my word. What is... I'm not a what? Do I look like a what to you, May? Do I? I'm a who. Who. I'm not from Whoville, though. I'm not a who down in Whoville. I'm going to backwash Chris's beer. It's like my favorite thing to do when I sit here. Oh, yes. Oh, you did report the drops. Did you hear a Tuscan... I swear there was a Tuscan Raider here. 3 minutes left on a level 3 hype train. Good participation, everybody. I am not a direct Whovian, me personally, Emperor Palpatine. I have watched Doctor Who. Tennant is my doctor. Ooh, an anonymous cheddar. 66 bits. Just what I ordered. One of my favorite orders of all time. 66. The best. And you may like 60, you may not. It's just my favorite. What? Who slapped a Darth Vader on me? Who did that? Which one of you was responsible for putting this carbuncle atop my cranium? Who? Who could it be? I don't know what happened to Astro Canuck. People get busy. Usually what happens with people who have lives. I do not, however. I'm not someone who has a life outside of Twitch, necessarily. But I don't think anybody here minds. Yes, it is so good. Pez Liz. It's awesome. Backwash. Wait until Chris finds out. Because he's not going to be happy. 1 minute left to go.
Show me what you got.
What do I got? I've got a baby Yoda. A Grogu snow globe that's not broken. It's nice. Liz has got a string of butts. Is that what they call a butt string?
Flacco the Clown shared X100, some bits for Ad maybe C.
Yes. That is good. Thank you so much for the bits. Except for that Liz emote where Grogu's got a knife. It's kind of scary there. I don't know what's going on with that. What's happening there? 13 seconds left on this hype train. We'll keep it going as far. I am not scared at all. Thank you, Darth Vader.
Darth_Vader 176 shared X100.
Appreciate that, chair. We made it this far on the hype train. Thank you so much. I now return you to Chris. What did I miss? Hey, Kessel. I'm glad you enjoyed the visit. Emperor Palpatine did not touch this cup, did he? He didn't touch this cup, right? That tastes different. Thank you for that cheer, Aveline French. Very appreciated. Immensely. Love the fact that you're using my free emotes, too. Like, they were meant to be played with. Meant to be used by anybody and everybody. It tastes different. Hang on. I really hope this turns out. It's it is an Imperial IPA. Indeed. Hey, Veal Chart. Good to see ya. Welcome back to the Play Shop. His normal lazy Sunday time, probably 10 a.m. Eastern. He was building a Lego flower. Oh, Astro Canuck was. Nice. Oh, Dark Toy Lord is slicing carbonite. Yes. The carbonite crisp Perillo. You can 3D print your own crisp Perillo in carbonite. The trigger is bang carbonite or bang frozen. Let it go. But if you 3D print crisp Perillo in carbonite, you have to tag me on Twitter and Bugman140. You have to tag both of us.
Because that's cool. Because that's fun. I printed one, and I haven't done another one since. It was meant to be done like the vintage Kenner. They used to call it Slave One, but Boba Fett Starship figure that came with the Starship. Bugman 140. I think he's Bugman _140 on Twitter. Big Nick Dimelo. I think this is what he goes by. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I want to say it's a Bugman _. What is the link to the site with the Lego figures like Darth Vader? Oh, that's Play Action. I probably need to get a trigger for that because I tease him so much. I don't mean tease as in making fun of. Like, I talk about it all the time. My Mini Factory, right there, Corey. And hopefully he can get an updated version of the Vader that I want to print going soon. Like, easily my favorite thing to print. Liz, are you printing a Chris Perillo? You are? Liz, you're printing a Chris Perillo in Carbonite? Happy to oblige, Corey. I'll answer. Oh, so this is the thing I was going to talk about. We got this controversy. I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. But apparently, you're going to have to call it a night. No worries, A. Hayes. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for your support. Very appreciated. Apparently, a PC builder, and I'm not familiar with the whole territory and what they do and everything, but he was giving something away, but didn't want to give something away to somebody because they had too few followers. I'm like, really? So they were building a PC, but didn't want to give it away because someone didn't have enough followers? It didn't make any sense to me. It genuinely didn't. Liz is printing a low poly crow. Oh, you know, that's something I should be printing. Some low poly. I need to write this stuff down because I need to print a whole bunch of stuff as a gift. Let me ask favorite color. Color. Low poly. As soon as I find out this person's favorite color, I may be switching to that or using that. Because I got to put together a nice little gift box for them. Gave up editing, adding to the work, so I'm finally done. I'm freed. Dolby is free. Master gave Dolby a sock. She was one of their affiliates, and he made fun of her followers. See, it just doesn't make any sense. They changed the rules at their whim and were pretty negative and demeaning to the winner. That's what didn't make any sense. I'm like, first of all, when you're doing a giveaway, like, the right way to do it, like, I know you can, and there may come a time when we do a giveaway in this channel where, like, okay, this is a subs-only giveaway. This is a subs-only giveaway. Like, I can do subs-only streams. So what would probably happen on those times, they would be off normal times, but it would be subs-only. So that way, I say everybody who's present participates. I don't weight anything. It's like everything's worth 0. Or 1, you get 1 ticket. Everyone is balanced. So even if the reason why is because even if all you can do is show up and watch, the fact that you're there means a lot to me. So that's why I prefer to do the giveaways like it's everybody. Like, if you live in a qualifying country and the lawyers aren't going to get mad at us, then it's everybody. And because I appreciate everybody equally. It's just some are very, very, they're able to be very, very supportive. And others, you know, can't necessarily, can't do that. And I can't hold that against them. I can't make it I don't want to make it less of an experience for everybody. And I want to be inclusive in that way. So, yeah, it just didn't make any sense. I'm like, why would they do that? Like, to me, Mustang, glad you are here. I'm glad you'll be back tomorrow. I will be here, 6 p.m. Pacific. Cyberchip, it was definitely all over Twitter. And they later apologized, but the damage was done. That's what, I just couldn't figure out what was going on at first. I'm like, what's the big deal? Because I had no context. I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't know what they were talking about. Then I started putting 2 and 2 together. I'm like, oh, that's the thing. You don't want to be disparaging to a quote-unquote smaller streamer. Because, A, you don't know how influence works. and B, because you can be a part of their journey. You have the power and promise and potential to be a part of their journey, because you don't know. Like, you may be sitting right now at 1,000 followers, right? That's great. There's no problem with like having 1,000 followers, but like someone else may have 200 followers, and you're like, oh, you only have 200 followers. Like, yeah, you're small potatoes. But you don't know. Overnight, they could lap you, dude. And that's, I mean, forget about being a nice person. Like, you never know where someone's gonna go.
Deep Laker just resubscribed for 2 months.
Thank you, the Deep Laker. I appreciate that support. We are now at 624 of 655 subs, which means we're 30 subs off. Oh, how we've fallen overnight. Intel stepped in, and then he apologized, probably at the threat of losing partnership. I did catch a tweet from Intel Gaming, and again, disclosure, I do work for Intel, but independent of that, I've always felt like it doesn't matter how many people, the person's worth, a streamer's worth, a streamer's value cannot come down to how many people are following them on any given platform. That's not their worth. That's not their value. Like, it's how, you know, are they entertaining? Do they engage? Do they do the things that you know, are they improving steadily? You start somewhere, right? And you steadily try to improve and tweak and modify, right? So yeah, I think I've seen a lot of fallout. You shouldn't do that, dude. It's not a good look for everybody. And today's small, quote unquote, small streamer is tomorrow's gigantic one. You never know. Everybody's equal in the day and age of social media. Or let me put it this way. Do I have the most followers on Twitch? No. Do I have more followers on YouTube than I do on Twitch? Yes. But you know what? Because Twitch works for my kind of creation, Twitch is more valuable to me, even though I have substantially fewer followers. I could have, right now I've got, let's see here, according to this, 71 people watching. That's great. I bet you anything loyal is streaming right now. I could be wrong. That's usually how I know. Which is fine. It's great. It's good to have the audience. It's good to have options, right? But all the more reason why everyone's got to find their own groove. One of the reasons why I'm not just into 3D printing and, you know, love doing the Star Wars thing is because you've got to be your own thing. You can't follow somebody else's footsteps. You can't do what somebody else does. But even though I would have maybe 100 people tuned in to watch me on YouTube, I get far more satisfaction from doing it on Twitch. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the count. It's not about the amount of followers. It's about the depth of relationships that you have built. Do a subs-only giveaway right now. OB Squad Leader, no, probably won't do that. Corey, Darth Vader may be off the radar because he's got a new one that's still... He may be uploading a new one, but let me see if I can find it.
Maybe C just subscribed.
Hey, thank you, Maybe C. Thank you for the faith. Oh, you wanted the streaming 101? Here. Bang T-tips. I've got a whole list of Twitch tips for everybody. I don't think I documented that, but Twitch tips that we sketched out. So here you go, Corey. This is not... I must warn you, Corey, this model is the older one. Or, I'm sorry, this model is the newer one, and I think he's still got a few kinks in here. It doesn't exactly have my full endorsement yet, because he's still working on a few things. It's better than the old one, I'll tell you. But, like, some facets don't fit the way that I would want them to fit. So I've made a few suggestions for him. Would Bruce Lee make a great Jedi? Absolutely. Didn't realize I hadn't before. Sorry. Don't apologize. You don't need to be a sub here. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the gifted subs. I appreciate the cheers. I appreciate the tips when they come in. I appreciate all of it. Everything, every incremental, it matters. It adds up. That's what I'm saying. It adds up. No problem, Corey. I got your back. Imagine lightsaber nunchucks. Oh, baby. You'd be slicing everything, dude, left and right. I wouldn't want to imagine that. That'd be... Well, there go my hands. So yeah, this small streamer thing, You know, let me put it this way. I've jumped into some smaller, quote-unquote, smaller streamers, right? I've jumped in, and sometimes I can tell why they're smaller streamers. Sometimes I can tell. And other times I'm like, how does this person not have more people watching? Like, that kind of indicator tells me they will eventually get more people watching. Right? So, I mean, that's always a judgment call. But I never judge a creator's value based upon the amount of people who are following. That would be like me judging Starbucks, like, and walking in and saying, oh, well, your espresso must not be very good because not a lot of people ordered it today. What does it matter? If the value to an individual who wants an espresso and enjoys Starbucks, there could be 100 people ordering it or not. Oh!
My stream with 322
What's
viewers.
this? I've been raided? Wow! Look at everybody who's joining us here. Welcome, Raiders! Hi, I'm Chris Perillo. I love geeking out here every night at 6 p.m. Pacific, just chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. Follows are free. Love to have you here. Welcome to my play shop. Welcome, Raiders!
Thank you so much for joining, Jerry. We were just talking about, and I hope you're doing well. I know what it's like. You probably have to bounce. Totally get you. Barnacles, thank you. I appreciate your support. We were just talking about small, quote-unquote, small streamers. This controversy that happened around another creator that didn't want to give something away to someone who was perceived as less than. And I was just talking about, it's not about the amount of people who watch. It's not about the amount of people who subscribe or follow. It's about the depth of relationships that exist between the person on this side of the camera and the person on that side of the camera. So it was upsetting to see. It was upsetting to see because there's so many people who are doing so well and will find their way to do better and exceed the quote unquote big streamers are today. My feeling is you've got to share your platform. You've got to connect with the people and be a part of their journey. I mean, you don't want to. That's my feeling. You don't want to judge someone based upon how many people are following. That doesn't mean that what they do is any less important. And Jerry, I'd be shocked if you did not cover this in your stream already. I'd be shocked because this is totally like one of the things that you would go off on, dude. I almost guarantee. Thank you for following Mikey 1SDF and is it Toshiro? 1989 and Freaknik. Thank you very much. He did cover it. Okay, that didn't surprise me. And honestly, my feeling, I bet you anything, we think exactly alike on this too. Jerry and I, we've had divergent opinions on technology before, but generally speaking, we are of a similar mind, at least as far as a lot of this stuff is concerned. Oh, he covered it? Crazy Chew? Okay, yeah, how am I not surprised? I wouldn't be shocked. I'm guessing he had to bail. I hope he's doing well. I know it's been touch and go with him and health lately. He had something, like, some kind of therapy on he had, like, I don't know if it was, like, electrodes or something on his arm. It was crazy. Is the stream frozen? Definitely not frozen for me. Although, if you want to download and print me frozen in Carbonite, you can. Just do a trigger here, frozen. It's easy to do. And welcome.
You don't know the power of the Perillo side of the Force. It's not so much dark as it is weird. Like, it really gets weird in here. So weird.
Tens machine. That's what it was. I never heard of it before. Or maybe I've seen it probably, but hadn't seen it. So anyway, tell me, the people that heard Barnacles go off on it, are we thinking similarly? Like, they were wrong. They were out of place to judge someone based upon the amount of followers. I believe in supporting. This is why, if you are a streamer, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. If I know you're a streamer, and I know where you stream, shout-outs are a given. Doesn't matter what you stream. Doesn't matter. I want to make sure that the first time you pop in here, you get a shout-out. Like Ethan's dad 3D. And I think you were here before, so you may have already had an auto shout-out. Fucho the Clown has facilitated a tool to do auto shoutouts. Tens is great. Ooh, do I need to look into this Tens thing? Y'all are talking about it like it's the bee's knees. I'm good. CBD in the Tens machine does wonders for my shoulder blades. What's this Tens thing? What is this tens thing? It's really, but y'all are just like going gaga. I do not do poop nap streams. I don't. No. That's one place you're never going to see me selfie. Yellow or otherwise. Not going to happen. So what else were you geeking out about over there on Barnacles' stream? The Barnacles Nerdgasm. Ooh, that was, oops. Give me a second. See, I don't cover a lot of controversial issues. Not as much as Barnacles. Barnacles kind of tilts into that, but I tend not to. I mean, if only because you never know where the direction of the conversation is going to steer. And generally speaking, I try to have some form of escapism on these streams, because otherwise, I mean, one of the motivations for me streaming is it gives me something to do, something to look forward to, connecting with other people, and getting away from, like, listening to the news. Honestly, I'd have to evaluate you before recommending it. Oh, fair enough, Maybc. Great way to electrocute your sore muscles. Oh, interesting. The Chimera cannot wait for me to play SWTOR on Friday. I've got a note here. I've got to install it to try to get it ready. I'm going to do it. I don't know how the shot's going to look. I really don't, because I haven't, like, configured everything. But it's basically going to be me over here. I'm going to try to have a PIP of my face, like, right over here somehow. And then, you know, there may be an over-the-shoulder. I don't know how that's going to look yet, the Chimera. Lady Burrito says it's pretty funny if you turn it up to higher. Oh, I bet it is, Lady Burrito. And by the way, Chimera and Runestone Art, meet Lady Burrito. So I'm going to make some connections here. Lady Burrito is a member of Rise of the Podcast here on Twitch, and she cosplays as Ahsoka Tano. Chimera does a lot of SWTOR streams, if not all SWTOR streams, and maybe beyond. I haven't had a chance to catch the Chimera, or maybe I have, but it's been a while. In fact, speaking of SWTOR, let me once again take advantage of the opportunity to say on Friday, not only am I playing SWTOR for the first time, I hope a lot of SWTOR people come in. I really do. I want to meet more of the goal of this, Chimera, Kai, do we know each other on a first syllable basis? My hope is to connect with other SWTOR people, fans, because even though I don't think I'm going to keep playing SWTOR, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's possible, just to meet them and to be on their radar, because they're obviously fans of Star Wars. So given that I'm 3D printing Star Wars, talking about Star Wars, can get taken off on a tangent of Star Wars, collecting Star Wars and showcasing dang near every day, wearing Star Wars shirts, living the Star Wars lifestyle, let's face it. So one of the goals of doing this on Friday is to better connect with the community. So, speaking of Star Wars, I did not open one yesterday, but I'm going to open a Black Series figure. This is a Star Wars The Mandalorian Paz Vizsla. You may have seen him fight in the latest, one of the later episodes of Book of Boba Fett. Check my Discord, posted the picture of Bruce Lee as a Jedi. Oh, nice. Thank you, American Chris Hansen. Good to see you again, Runestone Art. And, yeah, look at that. See, I'm glad to make the connections. This is great. I have hockey, but will be home ASAP. That's funny. Star Wars is life, AJ Eversole. This is why we get along, dude. This is why. Like, it's not just I mean, I got a lot of other fandoms, admittedly. I have a feeling, you know, Jedi, she's probably seen more of the MCU than she has Star Wars. She's getting into the MCU. Diana and Jedi are getting through the MCU. They're pounding through it. My day is well, when I get to this point in the day, it's usually good. I wound up getting my issue addressed with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I'm getting a replacement here. in the next few weeks when it ships. Then I'll send the old one back because, like I said, running into the dialogue suggesting there was a camera failure, having the yellow thing pop up once, I'm like, I don't want to have this issue come up again and again over the next year. Like, I paid too much, so this is the time to return it and get a new one. So they did address it in the sense of they're allowing man, the fact that I had to push them to do this, because again, the yellow cast, it was a concern, and the fact that I connected with someone else who had an even deeper, same problem, but his was worse. He can't even get to his selfie camera without restarting or resetting. And then we both got the same camera failed error. So it's bizarre that Samsung just kind of really, they did not do what I think they should have done in the first place and given a replacement to us and then have us send the item back afterwards. Who can't love cats? Thank you for following. I'm not going to say I can't love cats. I don't think I've ever had love for a cat. Not like Liz. Not like some others. I've known maybe one friendly cat in my entire life. We are definitely not a cat-compatible household, given that I am allergic to cat dander, as is my daughter. And cats would knock everything over. Dogs would chew everything. We did have a couple of dogs. They're no longer with us, unfortunately. I'm getting this Paz Vizsla weapon there in hand. Boy, this guy is just heavy armor. There we go. Heavy armor trooper. Let me get that in there. There we go. All right. We got a Paz Vizsla. Those are my sound effects. That's not the figures sound effects. Hey, Shannon. S. Rona 58. Now, S. Rona 58, let me introduce you to Lady Burrito. This is what I do. Lady Burrito and the Chimera and hang on. I'm blanking on the name right now. One of the new followers. Kessel. How could I forget Kessel? And maybe even Mustang. So, Shannon's her name. She streams here on Twitch. SRona58. She is cosplayed as Iron Man. And she's currently building a Green Goblin cosplay. So I wanted to connect you with you two together. You, Lady Burrito and SRona58. There's your connection for the night. Iskra is friendly. Yeah, no, we do have a Loth cat collection. Jedi has like 3 or 4 Loth cats. Loth cats, if you will. Thank you, Game and Run, for the cheer. It's very appreciated. Awesome, I'm getting the replacement. I'm excited to get the replacement. It'll take a while,
Breaking Goes 96 shared X100.
Breaking Oz, I would not be able to do this stream without you. Your support has been fantastic. Thank you. A Rip Artist with a live stream. You might be late for some things. Palpatine was here. The puppet Chris Perillo was here. But you're never late. Thank you, Rip Artist, for being here. Esrona says the diss on the cats while mine thinks you're the best. I know. I just. It's not a diss. It's just. I'm more of a dog kind of guy. Runestone Art notes it's such a wicked cool figure. I agree. Currently available, overpriced. I'll say that. I like what Hasbro does, but like this is the exclusive carbonized Paz Vizsla as opposed to the original one. So it's got a different paint app. Nothing really special about it apart from the paint application. So it's a variant more than anything. If you missed it the first time, and getting figures at retail is that much more of a challenge. But it is nice. It's a nice figure, and I'm glad to have had it. You have a friend who professionally cosplays. Wow, as a Mando. They are amazing. Awesome. What are my pronouns? I would be considered he, him. I'm blessed in the sense that I've never had a conflict with who I am in relation to what society would expect me to be and or how I might have been born. I believe identity is very personal. So that's your identity is ultimately ultimately your choice. It's not my choice to define your identity for you. That's my personal belief. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sure those who have had identity run into identity walls may feel the same way. But it's part of not knowing their journey, but empathizing with them. And if we had more empathy in this world, if we had more understanding for those who may not fit a norm. I was never a norm guy. I was the Weird Al Yankovic fan. I'm never norm. Like I always eschewed the norm. S. Rona, you missed so much while you were away. Hey, Amish Gnome, good to see ya. I know you. I think you got a hype train started in your channel last night. I hope the raid went well for you. I know you weren't expecting it, but it was like a double raid. You got me and Sith Lord Brit, like almost back to back. Amish Gnome. It was amazing. You did a great job. You know, you were very descriptive in terms of what you were doing. Amish Gnome is a 3D printer. He's been very supportive of this community. He's been also printing the play action. I've gotten everybody addicted to 3D printing these Star Wars figures. My hope is we'll get enough people doing it that he'll keep making them. Because, like, keep making the Star Wars figures. Thank you very much. AJ Eversoul says, my wife just ordered us new Star Wars t-shirts the other day. Like, I don't have enough Star Wars shirts already, but you just can't have enough. You feel me? Oh, I feel you. I feel you. I do. Back to work on the Green Goblin, says Shannon, a.k.a. S. Rona, who's also a co-host of Hot Makes. Someone absolutely worth the follow. Great person, great heart, great spirit, great supporter of the community. And I'm that much more blessed to having met her in getting kind of connected to the 3D printing community. Rip Artist says, Samsung's horrible to fight with. I went through my phone carrier's insurance and within a week I had a replacement. Yeah, that's... Samsung is... They need to fix that. Forget the hardware for a second. Like, they need to fix the customer service processes. That's the thing I want to come out of all this debacle. Right? The kerfuffle around this. I want them to change their process. Chimera's with me. Dogs for life. Dogs rule. Cats drool. Amish Gnome also agrees. Can't lie. Prefer dogs over cats. It's true. Believe it. Sorry, I'm just catching up on... I'm catching up on chat. Sorry, if I missed anybody's chat, I apologize. Sometimes I fall behind. It's so funny because Shannon... Speaking of Shannon, Shannon was like, Chris, you're so behind on chat. And then she started streaming and she realized how hard it is to basically keep an eye on chat, but also finish your thought. It's not as simple as some people make it. Y'all know, all you streamers know the pain. You know the pain. Shannon, I'm not sure about their customer service being outsourced or local. I've spoken with people that I can tell, I mean, are not... I spoke with someone today with a heavy Australian accent, but not fully Australian. But it was definitely Australian. I'm like, well, that's... I mean, you never know. America's got everybody. And it's not even that whether they're local or otherwise, it's the processes. It's not the people, Shannon. With customer service, it's not the people. Because the people are all great. Let's face it. They're all doing what they need to do. It's the process. And the fact that so many companies have not streamlined their process is the frustration. What the problem I ran into, hey, Breaking Oz, Team Dogs for the win. Jedi and I are trying to break Diana down to convince her that we need another dog in our life. Amish Gnome says, I'm very honored that you brought your community over to my channel and after stream. It was hard for me to sleep so overwhelmed with the love. You know, Amish Gnome, it's great. Dude, you've been so great. You've gifted subs. You cheered here. You've done all those things. It's honestly, it's the least I can do. It's like, dude, Amish Gnome's streaming. This is great. Let's go raid him. Get new you've got a chance to build. We don't. I mean, what is it? Tide. Ships rise. What's the saying? Like, the tide rises. All ships rise with the tide, or something like that. We grow together. Facts. That's why I have Sarah. Does Sarah keep you on point? She must be loving your 3D printer. Sarah, a.k.a. Westery1, won a 3D printer on this stream a few weeks ago. She's been having a blast with it. And she's been collecting Star Wars since she was a kid, too, which shows it's awesome to see. Thank you, Chimera. We can do it. Indeed. Indeed we can. Some of my customers are the issue. They make things worse. I try not to. Rising tide lifts all ships. That's the thing I've got to commit to memory. Rising tide lifts all ships. That's my feeling. See, Shannon gets it. Amish Gnome has been very supportive. Happy to return that support. So, thank you, Incendium, for filling that blank. I don't mind explaining something one time. I don't. I'm like, here's the situation. Second time, I explain it. Third time, and I start getting bounced around. Fourth time, suddenly, by the time I get to the 9th agent on a 9th call, or let's say a 5th agent on a 9th call, I'm done. They're new, but I'm done. I'm like, dude, I've given you this info, and they're Samsung, I'm telling you, their devices are good. Their devices are good. Honestly, if they weren't, do you think I'd be fighting? Do you think it'd be worth the fight, or would be willing to give up and say, no, forget it? Their devices are good. The software experience is good.
Breaking O's 96 shared X300.
Breaking O's is great. Breaking O's. Breaking Oz. What do I say? Breaking O's? How are we going to do this? Breaking Oz? Can I say Oz? I'm assuming it's Oz. They're great. They're great. They're solid experiences. The problem... I'm sorry for smacking my lips there. I realized that this is an ASMR stream. We're currently 3D printing. I'm going to sound like a 3D printer now. Actually, it's more like a lightsaber. Let me do it like a printer. No, that's not like a 3D printer. If your 3D printer sounds like that, you've probably got a broken 3D printer. I have probably turned off half the audience who cannot stand ASMR. Oz, like the Wizard of Oz. Great. So, there's no problem with the devices. Even the fact that the error that I ran into that was concerning on its own, when I found someone else who had the same error and worse, I was like, dude, this is a pattern. Like, this is not just me. Someone else is having the same type of problem. What is going on? And so I pushed for a resolution. And I knew exactly what I wanted. I'm like, look, I want this device, but I want a new one because this one is giving me an issue that I'm afraid that I'm going to run into over the next year while I hold on to this device. And they were not willing to send sorry if the filter is not working as it should, I apologize. They were not willing to send a new device until after I had sent the old device. And I'm like, no, send me the new device. I'll wait. Happy to wait. And then I'll send you the old device after I have everything crossed over. So it's like I had to jump through flaming hoops to get them to do that. I'm like, how is that not the norm? Like, I mean, I don't care what your supply chain is. Not my problem. My problem is that I ran into a problem and couldn't get an immediate... Didn't matter. I don't care. If I had to wait 2 months for a replacement, fine. I would have to wait 2 months. But the fact is, that wasn't an option. The only option was return and reorder. I'm like, but the problem with returning and reorder is that I already sent you a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra on a trade-in value. So where does that go? Because then I would have returned the thing. Am I going to get the money? Like, where does that go? It's like I'm starting over. I didn't create the problem. I didn't create the error that I ran into. I don't know if it's software or hardware. All I know is that at least one other person has run into it, and I'm worried that I'm on the same path with potentially faulty hardware, potentially. And that's a risk. Like, and when I'm within a 14-day waiting period of a device that I spent hundreds on, and I'm a believer in investing in something that I use, right? And that people sometimes will turn to me, hey, what device do you use? I'm like, well, I use a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. How is it? Well, it's been great. I still am very concerned now about Samsung's customer service processes. Because I'm just like you. Like, it doesn't matter how many people you have following you on Twitch, Twitter, wherever. Like, when you got a problem, you got a problem. Like, I ain't got nobody on the inside, right? Not everybody has anybody on the inside. Thank you, big sports fan, for hanging. Lestat notes, you paid for a new product. That's a new condition, no defects. That's what I'm saying. And my concern was what I was running into in relation to what somebody else was running into. And it was a very similar issue. A yellow hue on the selfie cam and the same camera failed error. And his unit was so bad that now he can't even get into the selfie camera at all without resetting or restarting. So it's like, okay, well, even if I'm able to fix it, on a restart or reset, there's still a chance that at some point in the future, this unit could fail. And then I'd be out of warranty, right? I'd be out of the 14-day period. I'm like, nah, I'm going to replace it now. So the fact that they didn't say, Chris, this is all they'd have to say as far as customer service. Amish Gnome says, I'd feel the same way if I spent money on the phone. That's what I'm saying, Amish. So this is how I feel. Samsung should have said this. Whoa, sorry about this. That's definitely an anomaly. Hold on to that device for now. Let's get it swapped out. We don't have any units on hand, but I tell you what, hold on to it. When we get a new unit, we'll send that to you, then send the old unit back. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. Totally. That's great. And so there are too many, I have too many questions. If they would have done that up front or walked through steps with me up front, which they did not do, it wouldn't be an issue. And so much value is tied into the products that we use, contingent upon their customer service model. It's huge. And reviewers usually don't cover customer service as an option, even 3D printing, right? Are you getting customer service? Do you need customer service? Like, heck, I know that Prusa is not an unknown quantity. Happy about that. Happy to be able to get to other 3D printing manufacturer, key people. If I ran into an issue, let's say, for example, like the Focus printer that we gave away. Yes, Shannon, I totally agree. It would make the most sense. But the process that they had me jump through, I was to the point where I was like, dude, I want this device. I like the device, but I'm afraid of how this device is going to perform or what it's going to do outside the 14-day period. And Samsung could have stayed ahead of it just by assuaging that concern. Even if I could, what I'm saying is, Chris, did you reset it? Did you clear the cache? Did you restart? Did that fix it? Well, even if it did, is it going to happen again? Given that it's happened worse on another person's device and we have very similar circumstances. Do I really want to wait 6 months to find out the thing blows out and then tell Samsung, hey, this thing blew out, and they shrug their shoulders and say, it's outside the 14-day period? I'm like, dude. These devices are nothing to them in the grand scheme of things. To me, I would be happier with a failed device if the customer service felt like they were in my corner. I'd be happier. In fact, I'd be more inclined to continue to buy the devices. That's what kept me with Apple for so long. The fact that I could walk into a store and I felt that I was supported, even if and when I ran into a problem. I felt like they had my back. That kept me around longer than the software. Because the software, I'm not a fan of iOS at all. Far from it. I'm the opposite. But it was knowing that I would lose that. That's what good customer service can do, is even when you run into a problem, you feel like you're taken care of. And that, to me, further entrenches you as a customer. Further. If I ran into a problem that I could not mitigate with this camera, right? Let's say, and I've had it for a year or so, and they say, oh man, sorry to hear that. Boy, that sounds kind of bizarre. Hey, why don't you send it back? We'll send you a new one. Why don't you send it back? I'll be like, oh great. Now I'll be a Sony fan for life, for example. No problem, Shannon. Totally understand. Amish Gnome says, I work for a call center and the way the companies work doesn't make sense on what they have the reps do. That's what I'm saying, but it's all about the bottom line. But the thing is where does that bottom line end? Right? How much how much are they sacrificing when they put me in a situation where I feel like I have to fight for myself? I have to be my own advocate to fight for something that I think is reasonable. It is not unreasonable that when someone runs into a problem like I've run into, or this other individual has run into, it's not unreasonable to think they will exchange it. Cool. That's it. That's it. And if they did it up front, if they said, "Oh, Chris, whoa, that's weird. Hey, that is very weird. We don't know what this is. Could you send it back after we send you a new one? Now, it's going to be about a month, but we'd like to get that unit back. But we're going to send you one to replace it. You know, it's going to take a month. Sorry about that. But what do you know, is that cool? Yeah, cool. Fine. Great. I'll wait a month. Happy. I'd be like, dude, that's impressive. I'd be like, Samsung. Wow. That would make me want to recommend the ecosystem more than I might have already because of the customer service. Customer service is very much a part of that product proposition that so many reviewers don't get to see because they get handed the device. Like, here's the device. Oh, okay, cool. This is a great device. It's fast. Buy it. That's pretty much every review. This is a good device, but it may not be for everybody. Don't buy it. Like, that's a review. But rarely, if ever, do they have a chance to judge the customer service. Like for the 99%, right, of us who buy our own devices. And I bought it. I bought the device. I got to jump through the customer service hoops. And that, to me, it would have solved my problem, not by fixing the issue, not by figuring out what... Something happened. Something happened. And whether it's a combination of hardware and software, or software, it was such an anomaly that I've been using smartphones since, like, before they were smartphones, right? Like, the first iPhone. Like, I've been using... This has never happened. Like, if I was customer service, I'm like, dude, you need to send that back. You need to... I don't care where the fix is. You need to send this back. We understand you can't send it back until you have a replacement. Wait for the replacement, then send it back. Is that cool? I'd be like, yeah, totally. Absolutely. Thank you for understanding. But they didn't do that. They didn't. It was like it was the opposite. It was the opposite, which just enraged me further. So any company that runs into this hurdle doesn't understand, because I know customers, we're not always the smartest people. We're not. We don't know everything. But the last thing we want to do is get caught in a trap where we've got something that's going to get past this point where you could return it and there may be a fault. The stress is it's our stress all of a sudden, as opposed to the company stress. I'm not talking about like I dropped the phone and the screen shatters. Completely different problem. That's me. I would never turn to a company and blame them for that problem. That's not right. It's not right. But getting a device, just starting to use it, realizing that there's something going on with the selfie cam, whether it's software or hardware, man, it's just, I don't want to gamble. It's a trap. Indeed. And that's the service that should do with the amounts the device costs. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, we got a charades. Here we go. It is a TV show. 2 words. Second word. Gotta take a break. Nope. It is a TV show. This is probably going to throw you off. Not dinosaurs. Not Terra Nova. Not the Addams Family. Not Monster. Definitely not The Expanse. Sounds like well, y'all weren't guessing. Do you blame I am what am I right now? What is this? What Chris, you could have pointed to your head. It's not no. Yes, bear. Thank you. That's the second word. Although it's bear, but it sounds like the word bear. Thank you, Coda120. Bear. That's the it's the plural of bear. Liz, don't get mad at me. You're the one who gave me this this puzzle. First word. That's the second word. First word. Yes, Mystery Goat. Mystery Goat, congratulations. Good job, Mystery Goat. You did it. You did it. That was it, gummy bears. How was I gonna, I was just bears. I'm like, how am I gonna do bear? I was like trying to do a bear, like walking and then standing on its feet going, rah, you know. And then bear, like not wearing anything. Oh, really? Joshua XP wants to do this again. I'm not gonna do Samsung as a charade. How the hell would I do that? You thought this shirt things was tummy bear? You kept I didn't rub my chest, Krusty. You're seeing things, dude. You thought I was doing King Kong. No, it wasn't King Kong. No Konging going on here. I was thinking goat something and was confused. Definitely not a goat. There was no goat that was happening here. I was trying to do bear. I was bear. All right, here we go. I guess this is the movie. Sorry, first word, the. Second word. Hey, look at that. Ooh, I like that handle. That's a good handle. Luke the Yoda. Thank you for following. We're about to start a charades here. All right. The eating something threw me out. Well, I was trying to be a bear. Bears eat something. Okay, here we go. Bears eat things. I got a hair on my mic here. All right, first word, the. Second word, this is a movie. How the hell did Luke the Yoda get it? How did that happen? Luke the Yoda got it right away. The Batman. How did Luke... How... Rigged. It is. How did that happen? That is impressive. I am impressed. You have skill. You are wise. It must have been the Force. I'm just that good. Well, Fix 'em Dude, I don't believe you there. I'm not going to go as far as to say that I'm that good. We got another charades being redeemed here. I got to wait for the charades to come in here. You watched it last night on the Mind. I've heard it's good. I've seen a few people who I don't think got press access were pretty happy with it. It's one of those things that we'll probably rent or watch on like whatever the streaming channel happens to be. Okay, here we go. How come you can't do any of the commands? We kind of turned them off because they were being kind of abused. Will it be on HBO, Luke the Yoda? Okay, then that's where I'll probably watch it. And by the way, being a huge Star Wars fan myself, I love that handle because I'm 3D printing Star Wars stuff darn near every day and collecting Star Wars stuff pretty much every day as well. These are some of the 3D. I have them on my desk because I was showing a few people earlier. All right, here we go. You got distracted in watching Bob Ross painting a picture. Hey, happy little trees. This is a TV show. Sorry, I did this wrong last time. I did this and said TV show, but this is a TV show for real. 3 words. First word, the. So you know it's the, and it's a TV show. Second word, mask. Mask. So you know the second, so it's the mask, and then the third one. Yes! That counts. KH3699, The Masked Singer. Because that's close enough. He said The Masked Singer. Or The Masked Singer. That's close enough. Never watched it. Never really cared to watch it. But it is The Masked Singer. The Spy Hunter. I was doing... How else could I do The Mask? I mean, in my head, I'm thinking... Masked Crusaders, fighting crime. Team Crusaders, remember the Mask cartoon from the 1980s? I'm the old one. I'm the only one who remembers the Mask cartoon. Probably am. The Masked Singer is cute. Really? I thought the Masked Singer was like a different individual every time. KH, yeah, the cartoon was awesome. The toys were even better. Mystery Goats remembers Mask. Specs. In fact, speaking of Mask, I've got some Mask figures here. Who among us does not? Surprised Hasbro hasn't made a movie. I know! Mask needs to be rebooted, dude. Oh, I'd be all over the Mask stuff. I kind of hope they do, but at the same time, I kind of hope they don't, because if they do, like, I'd be like, oh man, because the thing with Mask it was the figures, but the figures, the only way you can get the figures is with the vehicles. So like, how Hasbro has not done a Mask reboot is beyond me. Oh, if Michael Bay does it, oh no, I would tap out. The Michael Bay Transformer stuff was just like sensory overload. Like, dude, what? Silver Sunbeam wasn't into Mask, not really your thing. It's funny what things we got tied into. Luke the Yoda says, dude, I also have a 3D printer, Elegoo Mars 2. I also have quite the collection myself, like you found on your channel. Luke the Yoda, I am 3D printing something every day. Right now I am printing, let me show you. It's the beginnings of this particular type of Vader. It's this figurine. So I've got that on the, I only have this one printer and I'm fine with it. It's a Prusa Mini Plus, but I'm printing this figure at an angle, like what, 30%? Right there, like that angle. 30 degrees, not percent. So yeah, that's what I'm printing right now. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a hell of a lot longer than we have time to stream for tonight, for sure. But yeah, I 3D print every night and geek out about one thing, or you never really know what the hell I'm gonna talk about until you pop in. It's true. And I will jump from topic to topic as quickly as you can think of them. What if Christopher Nolan picks it up? Oh, I'd be a fan. I was a fan of Nolan's Batman. Not a fan of me dropping that, though. Hoping the new batch of Transformers movies made without Bay is going to be the movies we've been waiting for. Mystery Goat, the best part of Bumblebee. It was a good movie. Bumblebee was a good movie. But like the first 5 minutes when they were fighting on Cybertron was epic. I'm like, oh my god. That is the Thunder I'm sorry, not Thundercats. Listen to me. The Transformers movie I wanted. Bring back Thundar the Barbarian. Never got into Thundar. Knew of the cartoon, but never got into it. Mighty Bean says only quitters stop streaming while the print is going. Well, I consider that me, because there's no way I'm staying up for another 5 hours. I got stuff I got to do for work tomorrow. That's not gonna happen. Really liked how Transformers depicted Devastator. See, I don't even remember. I mean, they all kind of blended in together. The Transformers movies, they just didn't. I don't know. They just didn't do it for me. Almost shed a tear at the beginning of Bumblebee. That movie alone is what gives me hope for the new ones being made. Mystery Goat, I am like totally there with you, dude. It was done. I mean, just that scene on Cybertron was like, whoa. I'm like, how long is this gonna last? And then it cut away. I'm like, okay, fine. I guess this is where we're going. Silverhawks, partly metal, partly real. Never got into them. Knew of them, didn't get into them. I do watch a lot of the recent Transformers animated stuff. Prime was excellent. I've watched them off and on. It's hard for me, and I've said this before, it's hard for me to get into animated series. It's really hard. I don't know why. I mean, I enjoy bits and pieces, but I can't follow animated series as well as I might have been able to long ago. It's really hard for me to do it. Star Wars is the only exception to that. The only exception. And I've tried different fandoms in the animated series, but there's just something about it. Arcane is the only recent exception, but Arcane was done so well. Good story, good characters, great animation style. Like Arcane, it took a few episodes, but it ultimately pulled me in. What are my thoughts on the ending of the Reacher series? I thought it was good. Thought it was a good way to wrap up. Reacher is something that I would definitely watch the second season for. Lestat. I thought it was done very well. And Reacher is something that I would definitely recommend for other people. You were going to say the Clone Wars, amazing. Oh, yeah. Like any... Star Wars is probably... Like, I mean, there's certain rules. Like, and I don't mean like rules that I follow, but like... Animation, for example. I might like the animation style, but getting into a series and getting invested in those characters... It sometimes takes a while, and it takes a lot longer for me to do that when the series is animated. Star Wars is the only exception. When it's Star Wars, I'm like, I'm in. Day one. Like Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance, like I'm in. I'm in. And that's not something that I can say even as a kid in the Kenner days, right? I got into Ewoks more than I got into droids because it was so hard to track back then, so hard to track the shows. It wasn't easy as it is now. The way they handled cartoons back in the day, like the serialized content. I never got into droids cartoons. Ewoks I kind of got into, but as much as I loved Star Wars, just because of the way cartoons used to be handled back then, because you'd want to watch your favorite show, but you couldn't watch it because something else was on, or your brother wanted to watch another program, so you missed the program. This is pre-VCR. I would blame that, the era, as one of the reasons why I wasn't able to see a lot of the things I wanted to see, because it only aired once, right? Or you'd be lucky to catch the rerun. It was not easy to track. Lestat, I'm with you there. Clone Wars was very good. Just hated how they ordered the episodes. Yeah, the ordering. I feel that the best thing Disney could do with Disney Plus and the Clone Wars is put them in chronological order. The War for Cybertron trilogy was amazing. See, I think I watched part of it. I watched, it was just so slow. On Netflix, was that the Netflix one? I watched the first season, but it was so slow. I'm like, I can't, I've tried. I want to like this, but I can't. Although I cosplay as Fulcrum Ahsoka from Rebels. That is a good Ahsoka. That is a great Ahsoka, Lady Burrito. You enjoyed Clone Wars except for Jar Jar or other cutesy poo storylines. I enjoyed it all, Silver Sunbeam. I didn't mind. I am Groot? No, you are Groot 420. And you are Gorwoo. Gorwoo? The handles y'all come up with. Very creative. I'm probably saying them incorrectly, though. Animation was my jam, still is. Speed Racer, Battle of the Planet, Star Blazers, watched them and loved them all. I don't know what it is. I mean, I've tried different anime. I've tried different modern series. It's just... the closest thing I've come to liking modern animation, I guess. I like Family Guy, and I'm a few episodes behind. I'm not a completist, though. Simpsons every so often, but it's like there's so many other good shows that I watch that I tend to elevate like a live-action series over an animated series. And I've tried anime over and over again. The closest thing I can come to liking anime is either the Animatrix, which was the best Matrix anything ever, and or Star Wars Visions. And I've tried this studio. Was it Ghibli? It didn't. I mean, it's a little. It was a little beyond, I guess, my understanding. Ghibli? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Oh, B Squad Leader is an animator. That's amazing. Then I've tried. I have struggled. Because I'm like, I want to watch this because people like it. And there's got to be a reason people like it. It's got to be good. Mystery Goat notes, yeah, the Netflix one, The War of Cybertron, for me, it was a condensed story of G1 and Beast Wars. Didn't like some of the voice acting. That didn't throw me off. It was just so slow. To me, Mystery Goat, I loved the Transformers growing up in the 80s, the G1 line. It was just too slow for me. You're working on a TV show right now? Really, B Squad Leader? That's what are you doing farting around with me, dude? Mini-Me loves the studio, is it Ghibli stuff? I've tried. And then inevitably, a series that I do like comes around, or a new series comes along and catches my attention. There's so much good entertainment to watch, like some old fart like me dropping his Star Wars figures onto the floor. Used to watch me back in the old days, the olden days. The very olden days. Is that these days here? Boop, 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 boop. Those days? Those are the CRT days. Those are the dial-up days. Those are the pre-USB days. So I'm Dazwolf. I have started Vikings Valhalla. I'm into like the second or third episode, and I mean, I like that. I like the genre. I'm probably going to watch it all the way through because it's a live action series, and I kind of like the genre. It's good. I'm like, okay, what's the premise? What's going on? I'm like, okay, I'll buy into this. Need to push through the first few episodes. Well, I'm pushing through. Okay, I feel like okay, I'm getting into it. Like I'm like, all right, I like the premise. I like where this is going. Hey, Silver Sunbeam, thank you for your support. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Oh, Amish Gnome finished the Vikings. I can get through at the end of... Because I'm streaming,
that
right?
That does happen every once in a while. That can't be good.
I'm streaming, but that takes me away from watching a lot of... In fact, speaking of streaming, we're just past 9 o'clock. So if I am going to watch an episode or part of an episode of the Vikings, then I definitely need to start wrapping up, don't I? You're reminding me of all the shows that I'm missing. I enjoy, entertaining everybody and hanging out with everybody and all the support that I get. But inevitably, I also have shows that I want to watch and like catch up with. It's funny, I spend my time here. And I love spending my time here. I can think of no better time to spend. We owe Kogi, he's a SOTOR creator. We owe him a raid because he raided last night. Another Star Wars fan, SOTOR creator. Futurama, I never got into Futurama. I mean, it's been a while since I've done Simpsons. Jedi kind of watched it sometimes, off and on. Never. She's watching SpongeBob right now. For animation, she's more fascinated with SpongeBob. We watched like a couple of episodes of Simpsons together, but it's not like a regular thing. Like the problem is if it's not a regular tradition, then I have to watch it whenever I can, right? Skeptical about the new episodes. Yeah, Futurama. I mean, I've once or twice, but it's so hard for me to watch over and over and over again, or binge or catch up. There's so many other things to. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying it's, for some reason or another, it's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to get into and like look forward to, like live action. For some reason, live action for me now, it's transposed, honestly, because I grew up loving animation, and I still love animation. I still love it, very much so. But getting into a series has been very difficult if it isn't Star Wars for me. So I know y'all are looking forward to Futurama, and I hope it's good for your sake. Which side of the Force am I? Which character do I relate with most? Oh, I'm probably dark side, admittedly. I'll say that. I'm probably dark side. Which character do I relate with most? Probably Anakin, trying to do my best to do the right thing, but ultimately failing. That's my feeling. I'm an Anakin. Not a Darth. I feel like I'm an Anakin. I do. He's probably the one I relate with most. I hope I don't turn to the dark side fully. That's my hope. But you never know. You never know. That's right. John DiMaggio did tweet that he is back. I'm back, baby. He's Bender, right? Bender's voice. That was the worst Bender impression ever. Kiss my shiny metal asky. Is that what he said? Then my level of excitement has increased exponentially. Woot! That's what Lady Burrito says. All right, we are going to raid everybody. We're not going to raid everybody. We're going to raid someone who raided me last night. Kogi, a.k.a. Kogas. And I'm very happy. He's playing a game that I'm like completely unfamiliar with, but I'll be playing for the first time on Friday. Definitely not rigged. Rigged! No, it's not rigged. Not rigged. But I will be back again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, specifically hanging out with you. And probably, is this, hang on. How is Kogas not showing up in my, can I not raid him? I don't know if I can. I even copied and pasted. Does he not have the ability to raid unless you're a member of, I can't raid Kogas. Never mind, we're going to have to find someone else to raid. Someone we haven't raided in a while. Darth Dad Gaming is also doing a stream on SOTOR. Could probably use the support. He's another person who just started following the other day. Thank you, AJ Eversoul. Thank you. It was a very chill night. I appreciate careening in and out of topics. You had all the Toonami Futurama figures. Just recently sold most of them. Wow. And of course, they announced the new series, and now you want them back. Dark Toy Lord, that's how it goes. So we're going to raid Darth Dad Gaming, because apparently Kogas doesn't accept raids, which is fine. That's their prerogative. I was going to suggest disc 1 of 5. He's doing VR tonight. But Darth Dad is streaming right now. So I'd be just as happy to raid him. And he looks like he could use the boost. He is playing SOTOR, which I'm going to be doing in Friday. So I gotta meet the other SOTOR folks in the community. It's my job this week since we're giving something away. I love you. I appreciate you, but at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices, and may the Force be with you always. It's so awesome to meet so many new followers tonight. So many new followers, including Lady Burrito. Thank you for hanging beyond the raid. Sometimes that doesn't necessarily happen when people raid from one channel to the other. So we're raiding a SOTOR streamer, fellow Star Wars fan. Because if you're playing SOTOR, come on, let's face it, you are a Star Wars fan. So happy to raid them. I will be back again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, here in the Seattle area. 3D printing more stuff, Star Warsing more stuff, geeking out over more stuff. Here we go. Tusken raiding Darth Dad Gaming, who's playing SOTOR. Maybe we can get him off and talking about something else. I don't know. Never raided him before, but he's a part of the community here on Twitch. Tusken raiding with those Tusken Raider, Perillo Raider emotes in 3, 2. Thank you, Mark H and NC. 3, 2, 1. Let's surprise him. Here we go. I can't hear him. There we go. Nice. Good.